Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here tonight in Phoenix, Arizona at the Thunder Stadium at Desert Vista High School. I'm Quentin Presley here with my partner here today, Cooper Holman. How are you doing, Cooper?
Man, I'm doing well. And yeah, we might be at the Thunder Stadium tonight, but it is the windy stadium tonight. A little cold where it's feeling like fall here in Arizona, and I can't say that I'm not happy about that. It was getting hot out here for me for October at least.
Mhm.
But we got a hot matchup here tonight. Brophy 5-1, coming off a tough loss against Basha, but that's one of the better teams in the state, and they show they can go to toe to toe with anyone in this area. And I think tonight against Desert Vista, they're looking to get back on track and get that first conference win.
Definitely, Cooper. I agree. With that heartbreaker against Basha High School, it came down to the last minute where Basha, with under a minute left, recovered a fumble that Brophy caused, and that was kind of the nail in the coffin. The Brophy Broncos lost that one 35 to 32, their first loss of the season. Desert Vista, on the other hand, can you kind of tell us what's been going on the other side of town?
Desert Vista, they've been kind of struggling to start off this season. 1-5, coming off a loss against Catholic, I'm pretty sure. Yes, Sal Puente Catholic. It was 52 to 14. Seth Hansen, he only had 150 or 160 yards for a touchdown, one interception. The rushing attack wasn't very efficient, only 43 yards on the ground. If they're going to have any success tonight, they got to get the ground game going because Scott Hansen, he can air it out a little bit, but you got to have that balance in high school football.
Definitely. I couldn't agree more. And one topic I think is going to be very interesting tonight and will be the tell-all for tonight's game is the Brophy Prep Broncos have the most lethal rushing game in the entire state of the Valley with their quarterback, their man, Caden Van Bosch, and Estrada and Chambers as a little three-headed dragon that just punished defenders up the field. And Desert Vista has not been that good of a rushing defense, so that will be very interesting to see what happens tonight.
Yeah. Van Bosch, 84 yards last week, 2 rushing touchdowns against Basha. That game was really interesting. They went down 35-17 at one point and then fought back, obviously lost 35-32. So you'd like to see that kind of resilience from a program, especially against the top team like Basha. So I think that this is a bounce back game for Brophy tonight. And starting off conference play, you want to bounce back.
Totally. I mean, I think this is the perfect opportunity for that. It was almost getting a little bit, how should I say this, repetitive with the sense they were really beating teams and they didn't have many signs of resilience or opportunity to show that they can fight. So Basho was for sure one of them. Their game against Perry was also another one where James Pike had an interception to win the game. Now, looking here on this game, they're coming off of a week break, and you have that extra bit of rest to get back your guys to full health and put on a great showcase here.
I was at Notre Dame Prep versus Horizon last week, and both of those teams were coming off a bye. And sometimes the rust can be on that bye. So maybe Brophy might have to knock off a little kinks, knock off the rust a little bit, find their footing early. Yeah. But I think once they find that footing, it'll be Brophy Broncos all night.
Definitely. I mean, what better than Candid Baden-Bosch, CVB as I like to call him. They had a little two-quarterback thing kind of going with Ryland Humphrey, and when Ryland Humphrey went down, he's been really the saving grace for this team and putting up great numbers. 4 rushing touchdowns on the year. He leads the team with total touchdowns with 10. 4 passing touchdowns, 10 rushing touchdowns. He's a monster.
He's been unbelievable this season. Any quarterback that can get 10 rushing touchdowns, they're a dual threat. That's all I know.
And the game is about to start with kickoff underway.
We got 9-time champion band Desert Vista right next to us tonight. It's going to be a fun night.
And the kick is off. Brophy to receive. And it's going to be a fair catch. And Brophy Broncos will get it at the 20-yard line.
I got to shout out the kicker real quick. That was into the wind. And I don't think the Brophy returner was ready for that.
Yeah.
He was going back. That was a boom right there from the kicker for Desert Vista.
I mean, you don't see many high school kickers really have some iron in their feet, and we saw it there for sure.
Absolutely. Interesting to the first drive, our first chance to look at CVB. I'm interested in how much he uses his legs tonight against this squad.
It's also going to be very interesting, like you said, Hansen can air it out, so can CVB. It's a little bit windy here tonight. That's definitely going to affect the airstrike attacks from both squads.
And they're coming out 5 wide to start it off. They're not afraid of the wind. Oh, but...
Classic. CVB up the pine, and he gives a little shoulder to the Desert Vista Thunder defense as they pick up 10.
Hey, sometimes to knock off the rust, you got to get hit a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how you get activated.
Yeah, great.
First down for the Broncos, and looks like the offense is starting off early.
Great rush there from Vanden Bosch, and they're going to move the chains up on their first play of the game.
Offers from Nebraska, Arizona State, and Iowa. Could be playing on Saturdays here soon.
For sure, sir. Oh, and there we go. Talk about a first airstrike attack. Vanden Bosch finds Dominic Woods for the first reception of the game, and they move the chains again. That's back-to-back first downs on 2 plays.
Looks like that offense is going to be rolling. Desert Vista has to find an answer for this dual attack that the Broncos are going to be throwing at them tonight.
Like you said, they're going out 5 wide, and they are going to be ready to shoot them out.
That's just a team that's ready to come to play. Coming off your bye, you got to be prepared, and they're looking really prepared already.
And the snap is good. First down right now. Vanden Bosch looks to throw.
Look at the time in that pocket.
Yep, and he's just chilling there as Devin Fitzgerald gets it, tries to make a play, and he picks up another first down. The Broncos are trampling up the field.
Hey, Devin Fitzgerald, he's coming off a big game. And just, son of Larry Fitzgerald, we don't have to talk about that, but he's been finding his footing with this team. Good, and found the first down right there.
What's hilarious about that is he already surpassed the amount of yards he got last game. You want to see one of your best players go out and kill early. As it is first down again here for the Brophy Prep Broncos, who look almost inevitable to get points on the board this drive.
Fitzgerald might have some blood on his knee, and I think that's why he had to leave that game. The referee pointed at his knee and told him to go to the sideline, so hopefully he gets fixed up.
It's also always those plays, like you don't even know as a player that you have blood on you until someone points it out, and may not hurt him, but he'll be out for a possession or 2 as Chambers, I believe, gets it, or that is Carlos Estrada for the first non-QB rush of the game. He picks up about 3. That is going to be 2nd and 7 for the first non-first down play of this drive.
You know what's funny is if CBB would have probably kept that, I think he would have got the first down. He had nothing but green grass ahead of him. I don't know if it was an option play or if it was just designed to go to Estrada. But like to see some motion early, keeping the defense on their toes. They're really spreading out this Desert Vista defense.
Yeah, and the Desert Vista defense is going to be in for a long one. Like we said, they have not done a good job on their rushing defense. We're going to see what happens now. Vanden Bosch airs it out to number 13, Christian Camarada. It's like a prisoner trying to escape jail. The chains keep moving.
Oh, I love that.
Moving it up.
I love that. Hey, Estrada, 11 catches for 99 yards so far this season. Senior, 175. So, solid season so far. Got a first down right there.
I mean, with the Brophy Prep Broncos offense, you have so many lethal options in your bag, especially if you're Vanden Bosch, who has the motor to keep it going with his legs. Vanden Bosch again in the pocket. A cool call collected to Fitzgerald.
Oh, what a move.
And the playmaker's going, and he's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Brophy Prep.
Oh, that was just a nasty little route by Fitzgerald there. That's not probably the first time someone said those words, but he came back on the comebacker, made the juke outside, and found the end zone.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal play there, and just really a phenomenal drive. Really composed there from Vanden Bosch. And, yeah, the Brophy Prep Broncos are going to go up early, 6-0 in this one.
Hey, 2 minutes passed, already scoring a touchdown. Like you were saying, just efficient offense so far. First down. I always talk about how you want to keep the chain. Oh, we got a little action out here.
And it looks like they're going to go for 2. Initially thought they were going to go for the extra point, and Vanden Bosch has tons of room, and he just waltzes. Oh, the Thunder storm back the Broncos attempt at 2, and they're going to hold them to 6 points this drive.
I thought he was going to break that plane. He had some momentum going forward, lowered that shoulder, but big stand to stop the 2-point conversion, not get that extra point, 6-0.
Major
Broncos.
props to the Thunder there.
Absolutely.
Like you said, when you have a player like Vanden Bosch and his motors start going, that almost seems like an effortless 2-point conversion. But yeah, great stand, and they were able to keep him out at the end zone.
Play call was creative, to say the least. I don't know about having your quarterback basically solo trying to get the 2-point conversion, but with the athlete that Vanden Bosch is, he almost broke that plane anyways. And he made a guy miss. I'm surprised he didn't get in that end zone, honestly.
He's almost like a skill position himself, the way he's able to run on the field. And yeah, 6-0 so far. Brophy Prep Broncos are ahead. And the Desert Vista Thunder we're going to be able to see what they can do on offense right now as the kickoff commences.
What a great start by Brophy.
Can't ask for more than an efficient drive like that.
Absolutely not. Coming in ranked 6 in Open and 4 in 6A. 92 nationally. Top 100 team in this country.
This is their first section game for their Division 6A Central, and it looks like they're going to be the one to uphold first in that division.
Desert Vista coming off a loss in sectional play to start off. They're 0-1. This is one of those drives, going against one of your rivals. They're coming out looking easy on offense. You got to come back, respond on offense, get your own offense going. This is a big, you don't want to get behind the chains early on this first play.
Of course. I mean, Seth Hansen obviously can run a very good offense. He has 14 passing touchdowns on the year, 61% passing completion rate. It's pretty good. Not amazing, but that's about what you want from your quarterback. And they will have their first possession. Commencing now. As the snap is off and Hansen has it, airs it out for the first possession of the game.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow, what a throw, what a catch. DJ Williams.
Wow.
Go ahead and grab that young man.
Hey, you got to come out and answer. 6-0 Brophy. They came out, looked good on offense. They said, you know what, let's go take a shot, and let's come with some tempo. Let's see what Desert Vista comes on this second play.
I think it's important that the Thunder don't get psyched out and don't fear a 5-1 team. We could win this as one as well as Hansen, another decent throw and catch to move forward.
Number 9, Ryder Noche.
Yeah.
Pretty sure on that. With the tackle, he was all over that little screen pass they were trying to set up. Maybe just a little swing, but not a lot of blockers ahead of him, that's for sure.
Definitely enough. But already the energy's high on the Thunder sideline, and they're at midfield, a little bit past midfield, looking to score as it is 2nd and 7. Hansen awaits the snap. He has it in the pocket. Shoots out a dart right there. Let's see who that is. Number 2, Darian Jones with the reception. He also plays cornerback, a little bit two-way player. It's going to be 3rd and short.
Oh, he didn't get the first down there. Thought he got across the line right there.
Chains will stay
I'm
where
in
they
5
are.
wide, too.
And Hansen gets the snap. He airs it out again, and it is played wonderfully. Is that my man, number 20, Cree Thomas? I can't see the number from over here. For how tall we are in this press box, it's a little hard peering at the little numbers.
What press box? We're out here on the stands.
Yeah. That was actually number 21, Deshaun Crane, defensive back who played that pass wonderfully.
Almost picked it off. He played that really perfectly. And going forward on 4th and 1 right here, this is a big play, big statement play in this game. Could see some pressure from Brophy. Oh, they're wanting it.
They're trying to get him to bite. And
the band thinks he jumped.
Now
they're coming with a little different. Trying to get Hansen a little confused.
High snap there, and it is dropped. Hansen had a high snap right there, and which led to a not exactly great throw. And the Brophy Prep Broncos have a great swing of a momentum, up 6-0. Stopped him on 4th down, forced a turnover. Cooper, how do you feel about this one?
I'm not really feeling great about what Desert Vista just did right there. It was 3rd and 1, and we don't run the ball once. You got to try to pound that rock, get the first down, keep the chains moving. We take a shot on 3rd down, and yeah, that check down was wide open, just going through his hands. Like the play call there, but disappointing not to move the chains there.
And it's not like you don't have any skillful running backs, right? You have Kyler Janowski. You have Kevin Jackson. You have players that could possibly get 1 yard. So disappointing. I think it's perfectly what you just said, as CVB is just laying comfortably in the pocket as he gets another completed reception. That was right there to number 84, Dalen Sharper, who's been phenomenal, by the way, for the Broncos.
Absolutely. Sharper's been good. Liking what I'm seeing from CVB, just looking at his progressions right there. Started on the short side of the field, made his way back, found the open man, keeps the chains. You got 2nd and 4 now. You never want to be, 2nd and 12. You want to stay ahead of the chains, ahead of the script.
Completely. And I think it's almost like a different Bronco team right now. CVB always seems to have to get going and evade defenders. Right now, he's sitting like he's home alone as CVB, as I just said, gets it going. I think it's the first down.
I think it's a first down as well. Showing a little stiff arm action. You love a quarterback that gets his hands dirty.
You know,
Gets that, we're wearing white. They're looking at having that Georgia look, but there's going to be some green on CVB's jersey tonight.
Oh, yeah, you have a quarterback that, doesn't sit too well at home, and he wants to, his offensive line protects him, but he's still going to get dirty.
Absolutely.
As it's still 6-0, 1st and 10. CVB did pick up that first down. About 7:40 left to go. And the snap awaits.
Pressure coming.
Right there, Chambers, number 6, pushing up the field. He picks up, 5 right there, as like we alluded to earlier, that's their bread and butter. Their 3-headed dragon of rushers, Carlos Estrada, Harrison Chambers, and, of course, Caden Van Bosch.
And right there, just simple play call. Get the 5 yards, make it 2nd and 5, keep your offense on schedule, and that's what you got to do in high school football. You want to make sure that your guys are not getting those big down and distances, basically ending drives.
Yes. Now it is 2nd and 5 here. The Brophy Prep Broncos putting up another well-done display on offense. As CVB awaits in the shotgun, he hands it off. That is to Harrison Chambers again right there, and he picks up a first down.
Yeah, number 16, Elijah Toms on that tackle. I think he thought CVB was going to go out of bounds, but all of a sudden he jukes back inside trying to get some extra yards, getting physical with him.
And then that, just that extra bit of effort just gets the chains moving, and another first down for the Broncos.
Gets your team fired up, too.
Definitely.
Love seeing your quarterback try to make a guy miss. You don't want him to get hurt, but you want him to be aggressive.
Oh, definitely. And a player of CVB stature, he's tall, he's strong. You really make it happen as he airs it out to Fitzgerald once more. That Fitzgerald-CVB combo has been clicking here early in the first quarter.
Absolutely. That chemistry has been growing week by week, and you can just tell that they're on the same page in this game right now. Loving the pocket presence from CVB. He just looks like he's done this before. Been there, done that. Let me throw this wide open slant.
Totally. And Devin Fitzgerald, once he's getting it, I like how he's going after some more right? I like he's sick almost. And he's been able to get almost 2 to 3, maybe even 5 extra yards after the initial catches, as this one is getting brought back.
Wow, is there a holding penalty?
That's something that the Brophy Prep Broncos have struggled with in previous games, playing less discipline-free football. They get a lot of laundry sometimes, and that one's going to cost them right there.
This is what I'm talking about, staying ahead of the chains. Now you got 1st and 15 after having a first down. So that's just not what you want to do on offense.
Vanden Bosch.
Oh, nice little screen right here.
Gets it to Dalen Sharper, and he's about to pick up everything that they just lost and more as he gets the Bronco Preps first down.
Sharper, I think he had blockers on that whole right side, but he said, let me reverse field and get the first down this way. Sometimes you got to go the way that's less traveled.
Yeah, you want to make it more interesting, add some flair, right? That'd be too easy to go where the green is always grit.
Big game for Sharper last week.
Yeah.
7 receptions, 108 yards. His third 100-yard game of the season.
He's really picked it up, I'd say, past his 3-game mark of the season. He wasn't the initial guy, but now he's been one of CVB's favorite men to throw to. As CVB airs it out
to Sharper.
Goodness. Is that going to be a touchdown? And it's no good. That was a close one. Sharper almost brought that one down for the tutty. My goodness.
I think he might have came down with it, and they might be calling offensive pass interference, but I thought he got both. I thought he got 2 feet down.
Sharper went up high and grabbed that ball right there. If they call offensive interference, is that a touchdown?
Yes, I agree. I think it would have been a touchdown, but that referee was blowing it off because he knew that the offensive pass interference was coming. Now, talking about long down and distances, we got 1st and forever now. It's about 1st and 35.
Oh, my goodness. This is going to be a big gap to cover. Broncos, again, shooting themselves in the foot. Or the hoof, I should say. And they're going to have to make up a lot of yards on this possession.
You know what, though? They've been picking up about 10 per play, it feels like, so far. I have a feeling that they'll make this a little bit more manageable 2nd down. This man's got me pumped up over here.
Vanden Bosch has it in the pocket. Plenty of space. Comfortable throw to Fitzgerald once more and picks up about 10 there. 15 more to go to get that first down, but a great first down to get yourself back out of that hole.
Hey, that's just a simple throw and catch. Fitzgerald coming back on that comeback here again, route that he's been working already tonight. And it's just a simple football game. Easy, simple catch and throw, or throw and catch. Get back on schedule. You're still not on schedule. It's second at about 16, almost 20.
I think
But when you're averaging about 10 yards a play, maybe it'll be about 3rd and 8 right here.
Most definitely. I think you put it well there. Perfect. I mean, they're playing simple football. Vanden Bosch, lollygag throw out there to number 3. Nathan Benzie, one of his also deep bag of offensive skillful player weapons that he has. And yeah, they got out of that hole that they put themselves in. It's 1st and 10 now for the Brophy Prep Broncos. 6-0, under 5 minutes to go in this one.
Yeah, it was 1st and forever. Now it's 1st and goal. Crazy how that all works. Benzie coming off a solid game against Basha, 3 catches for 66 yards. He has 12 catches, 182, and a touchdown for this season. He almost found the end zone, his 2nd touchdown of the year.
Yeah, no, this Brophy Prep Broncos squad is very lethal.
As read option.
Vanden Bosch, let me tiptoe right in there. Touchdown, Broncos.
Yeah, CVB basically untouched on that read option, made the right play, and found the end zone. It's kind of similar to that 2-point conversion play, just couldn't cross the plane.
That is now 12 rushing touchdowns for Vanden Bosch this season. And they're just piling up at this point, right? 12-0. Broncos lead this one. And the extra point, they know better than last time, is good. 13-0 now. Broncos lead.
29, Ryder Hampton on that PAT. Put it through the uprights. Wish we would have saw him on that first drive. But hey, Steelers, Mike Tomlin, he likes to go for 2 when he scores that opening drive.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes a little aggressiveness, there's nothing wrong with that.
Definitely not. And if they're able to play defense like they had their last possession, that 2-point conversion is going to be swept under the rug.
Yeah, absolutely. So far, the defense has been looking pretty shut down. Now, last week against Basha, they gave up 35 points. But the week before that, Notre Dame Prep, they couldn't find the end zone or put the ball in the uprights, putting a whopping 0 up on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and especially to be like a Holy Bowl game. That was the tiebreaker in their series 2-2, and they didn't put up a fight. They were without their number 1 guy, their wide receiver. So that did have something to play with. But when you're in the 6A division and you can't put up a point, something's got to be said.
Yeah, the loss of Cooper Perry against Notre Dame, that was definitely a tough one. But Brophy took advantage and took care of business.
As the Brophy Broncos kick off and the Thunder try to get something going, they get put down at the 20, a little bit longer than it took to get put down. A little bit of fight there, as they'll begin their second drive soon.
What a start for the Broncos, man. You go 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. You even got put back 1st and 30 at one point, and then it was 1st and goal. I mean, it just seems like any deficit, whether it's in the down and distance or on the scoreboard, they're finding a way to make it disappear.
And if I'm the coach of the Brophy Prep Broncos, I don't even know whether to be a little bit mad at why are my players being so undisciplined, but then like seeing them come out and make up for it, very proud of them, and they're playing phenomenal so far.
Looks like some pressure here from Brophy. Only sent 4.
Harrison tries to air it out, and it was a little bit of hole and nothing right there, and that's going to be 2nd and 10. Also, for the Desert Vista fans listening and watching at home, I'm sad to disappoint you. It's denim night here in Phoenix, Arizona, and the student section is throwing it back to the 80s with all these denim jackets and denim pants.
Hey, you might need a denim jacket tonight. It's a little brisk out here. I saw a denim cowboy hat. They got it all. They got it all on that sideline.
My partner, Cooper, didn't get the memo, but he still pulled up in all denim, and he's looking so fly. Just was kind of ironic, I guess. But moving forward, that is going to be 3rd down right there, 3rd and 10. And the Thunder need to get something going quick, or this could become lopsided.
You know, it's kind of ironic. The Thunder are looking to get lightning in a bottle right now and get this 1st down. But sometimes, so far, Hanson, he's been trying to air it out. He had that big connection on that first play, but we haven't seen a whole lot since then.
Yeah, they really threw a great first punch, and they haven't followed up with any jabs since. As Harrison, once again, tries to bullet it out to the 40, and that reception was not completed. That throw was not completed. The offense is coming out, and they're going to boot it back to the Broncos.
Yeah, Hanson looking for number 40. Ethan Taylor, it looked right there. And, I like the velocity on the ball, like the read, like everything about it except the catch.
Yeah.
Couldn't get the first down, and now they're having to punt, give that ball back to Brophy, and could be getting out of hand a little bit here early.
To Harrison's respect, like you said, that was an on-the-money throw.
Oh, my goodness. Brophy almost blocked that one.
Brophy's going to get it in great position.
Oh, no!
Oh, my gosh. Is this one going to go to the Thunder? We're going to have to see.
I think that's Thunder ball.
The Vista Thunder come back and grab it after the Broncos just slip it out of their hands.
Yeah, a little too nonchalant there on the punt return. I think he just thought anything was gonna happen. Didn't pick up the ball cleanly, and now it's like the 40-yard catch all over again. Right here at midfield. Can Desert Vista take advantage?
They are for sure back in business here as the band is rolling and the Thunder is storming. Seth Harrison and company have a chance to score here for sure.
You could say it's a rolling storm.
Woo! You can always count on Cooper for the bars here and there. 13-0 Broncos still.
Little screen pass. Oh my goodness!
Some dynamite right there, and that is going to be number 0. James Pike, like we said earlier, he saved the Broncos in their game against the Perry Pumas with an interception late in the game. That was electric. I was there with another varsity intern, Dawitt. Yeah, that was crazy.
Man, they might be playing the Thunder, but James Pike, he just brought the boom on that play right there. Getting the chains back. Now you got 2nd and 12. Got the offense off schedule. Big after a big misplay on the punt return.
Definitely. Seth Harrison now moving as the defense is swarming on him, but he's not able to get something to go. He throws it out of bounds, and that is going to be 3rd and 12. After seemingly clawing themselves back in this drive, they might have to boot it once again. They need something here. It's almost like something might be wrong with the rushing that we don't know. We haven't seen him run it once.
Yeah, the rushing game hasn't made an appearance yet, and that's kind of questionable when you don't want to come out pass happy. You want to get that clock moving a little bit.
Obviously here they're going to try to get some yards with the throw, and Harrison tripped up, and is that a sack?
Technically, I think that's a sack.
Well, that might be the most least exciting sack you might see, but still, nonetheless, it's going to counter the column. It's going to be 4th down, and the Thunder are going to kick it back.
Yeah, it's a game of 3 phases. And so far, the special teams has been the only thing showing up for the Desert Vista so far. Offense hasn't been rolling. Defense giving up 2 touchdowns so far. This is you got to come out and get a stop against Brophy before this one gets out of hand.
I might have to correct you. 4 phases, band, and Desert Vista is killing it in that section. And
then they got a little jumpy on the Brophy side right here.
Yep. So that is going to move the Thunder up to
4th and 15.
4th and I see. No, that was the Thunder who got jumpy.
Yes, sir.
And yeah,
makes this punt. I don't know actually. With how the wind's howling tonight, punting in this direction is not what you want to do. That 5 yards, that could go a long way.
Yeah, and the Broncos are going to receive here. On our punt receivers, we have number 20, Cree Thomas, who seems to get it. It's going to drop, and they're going to let this one trickle out of bounds.
Probably the smart play after the fumble on the last one.
Yeah.
Almost got touched there again. It got a little I was kind of holding my breath a little bit, but now we get to see the Brophy offense take the field again, which has been just super efficient to start off this game.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to come out, and with 2 minutes left on the clock, I mean, obviously you have time and you're going to be able to go in the next quarter, but this might be enough time to get a score before the first quarter horn rings.
Hey, with how this Brophy offense has been moving the ball efficiently, it feels like they're getting chunk plays every single play. And when you get those chunk plays, you're going to have a successful night on offense, as you can see with 13 points in this first quarter.
Case has been phenomenal in this one, and we're going to see what he does on this drive as he fakes, gives it off, and took it down right there on the drive. That's going to be number 1, Drew Hoyt.
Big play by Drew Hoyt right there. Thought Case was going to have that edge a little bit. He had his running back in front of him. couldn't get the block on Hoyt, and he's able to drag him down.
The Broncos have done that play a lot. They've kind of had to fake handoff and use the running back as a blocker there. Laundry on the field. Don't tell Mom. It's going to get her mad. What's happening here? I think the Broncos might be moved back.
Yeah, false start on the Broncos right there. Make it 2nd and 15. So far, the penalties, they've been penalized, but they haven't come into play for the Broncos so far.
Yeah, I mean, like we said earlier, the Broncos were doing a great job of making up for their penalties. Let's see if they do it again here. On their third drive of the game, 1:28 remaining. It's still 13-0 Broncos.
Looking toward the sideline for the play call. 3-man out wide.
And Case Vanden Bosch, a little lollipop throw again to Chambers as he pushes up the field. Gains about what they lost, and that is going to be third down and 8 or 9 yards, I'd say.
I think that one was to Estrada right there, actually, number 5.
Oh, you are right. That was to Estrada.
But just talking about that play right there, that's just a smart play by the quarterback. They were sending guys down the field, but sometimes that check down, making it 3rd and 7, that's all you can do for your offense when you get back in behind the chains.
Totally. And now they're in a position to get that first down. I mean, it seems longer than you'd want it to be, but with this offense, the way it's been rolling, just like that, Nathan Benzie snags up the first down, and the Broncos drive lives on.
Thought I saw a little bobble, but was able to secure the catch. Great catch by Benzie, moving the chains. 30 seconds left in this first quarter. And so far, this Brophy offense has looked fantastic.
I mean, if we're looking on the Desert Vista side of things, I think they've played an all-right job on defense. It's just been the composure that Case Vanden Bosch has had in the pocket. They definitely need to disrupt him and get him moving more.
Absolutely. The time in the pocket that he's had so far tonight has just been second to none. Easy to go through progressions when you have no one touching you.
And that is going to be number 5, I believe, again. Estrada just continually being that handoff guy for Vanden Bosch, pushing up the field for about 7 yards.
And that'll be the end of the first quarter. Go ahead.
The horn rings, and the Broncos find themselves up 13-0 in this one. We'll be right back for more.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
And we are back. Hope you didn't go anywhere. Desert Vista Thunder versus the Brophy Prep Broncos. They lead this one 13-0. I'm Quentin Presley here with Cooper Holman. Cooper, heading into the second quarter, what do you want to see more from both sides?
I want to see some more from Desert Vista on all sides. Feels like offensively it's been kind of a struggle. Defensively, they haven't done a very good job stopping Brophy so far. Looks like they're bringing some pressure right here. And it doesn't matter because CVB's taking it himself. He's got a blocker. He's got 1 minute headbeat. And he gets breaking down to about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, right. Really good rush there from Case Vanden Bosch. And his legs have been moving like always. And they've been utilizing that fake handoff almost every drive. And works out once again. They're in scoring position.
You know what's kind of funny is I actually didn't realize he had the ball during that whole call. I was watching the running back, and then all of a sudden I see CVB just breaking free, first down.
That's
for the
how
Broncos.
smooth it is, man. They fake us up out here. And Vanden Bosch, another airstrike as touchdown Broncos. That was to number 87.
Hold on. I think the referee's saying he stepped out to 5, maybe.
That's not going to be a touchdown. Very close. Nonetheless, Vanden Bosch towards the left side. He hit number 87, Nassim Isaac, tight end, 6'3", 215-pound senior. barreling down the side.
Oh, I thought he got in the end zone too, but I saw that referee put his hand up real quick.
Put a stop to
Hey,
make sure
stop
no
the
one
play, guys.
got too excited, as they are right in between the 10. Vandenbosch
Little
flips
flip it.
a little bit
Oh!
right back to his man, number 87, Naseem Isaac. Thought, it's almost right that if you didn't get on that play, we're going to make sure you get another one. Touchdown, Broncos.
Yeah, you got to reward the big fella. 6'3", 215, tight end, barreling down the sideline. We both thought he got in, but little flick, little trickery. I like what I'm seeing from the creativity side on the play calling for Brophy. On that last play before the little shovel pass, I love the little fake to the right side of the field and then rolling out left, finding this tie in on the crosser. That's just beautiful play calling and just beautiful execution by the Broncos so far.
Truly sensational. Right there, we get a flag on the play on the kick attempt. I'm not sure exactly what that is.
Is it me or are these referee flags kind of random tonight so far?
Offsides right there is going to be the call. Yeah,
they feel like they're just coming out of nowhere. It's like big play and then, oh, wait, hold on. We got a flag on the play.
And the offense is still on the field. They now put Vandenbosch and company back on. They're going to move to the left side. They're going to try to go for 2 once again.
Honestly, I like that move. You're up 19-0, trying to get back in that 21, trying to get back on schedule in that department. Let's see how creative this 2-point conversion play is after the last one.
They had Vandenbosch on an island last time. This time he has protection to the right side.
Oh, my
Skirts
goodness.
over. He's just stronger. Second point. Add it to the column. 21-0 Broncos.
Yeah, Vandenbosch, he was not going to get stonewalled again. He lowered that shoulder on that first 2-point conversion, and he said, don't try me one more time because I'm getting in. I got reservation for 2 right now.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Fool him once, shame on you. Now, Vandenbosch
Fool me
scoots
twice,
in.
we're scoring 2.
Don't get on a beat. Let's not make a record right now. 21-0, like we just said, Broncos. They have a stronghold grip on this one.
Oh, absolutely. I think you couldn't write a better script for the Broncos. 3 stops, 3 scores, penalties kind of been sprinkled in, but it doesn't really matter for how this offense has been rolling so far.
Truly hasn't stopped them, and they have been playing sensational football on the gridiron here tonight. Now, the Desert Vista Thunder need to get something going. It's almost like when you kind of score, you give the ball back, you got to get something going. Do it again, and you need to get something going. And I'm saying here it's final, or else this one could slip away.
Yeah, this will be a crucial drive for the Thunder. As a solid return there.
Yeah.
Got to about the 26.
25, they can make something happen out of that. I think we really, both of us, want to see some rushing action here tonight. Harrison has been not bad with the throws. His receivers have been dropping them. I like to see what they can do, pushing the ball up the field.
Yeah, you can just tell that this entire Thunder team feels a step behind against Brophy tonight. Whether it's some drop balls on offense or some physical play on the defensive side, but the offense for Brophy's the one getting physical with the defense. It's just been, you can just tell this not been quite the matchup you would expect so far.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think you put it best when you say the physicality aspect. You really want to see a Thunder dip their shoulder in to gain some yards, and we haven't got a chance to see that here tonight. We have the Zebras talking on the field for some action and a delay on the Thunder's 4th drive of the game. About 11-17 left in this second quarter. Nothing much has happened. 21-0 as the Thunder line up, getting ready for the drive. They will line up on the right side for this one.
I feel like it's getting windier as this game goes on, and it's going to keep playing a factor. Whether it's throwing the ball, whether it's kicking the ball, it's tough to play in these conditions. And like I said, it's feeling like fall out here in Arizona.
If you're a DV fan, you're hoping the wind is foreshadowing a thunderstorm of points as Harrison connects to number 15, and he's still going to the 30 as he's pushed out at bounds. That's number 15, Isaac Price.
What's the price?
It's about 30 yards.
About 30 yards, exactly.
Isaac Price, senior wide receiver and cornerback, has been their number one guy when it comes to the receiver outlook. 97 yards a game. He's got 30 of those on that play.
Yeah, last week he had 2 receptions for 88 yards and a touchdown. He showed some speed right there.
As Harrison really airs it out to the pylons. No one's there to catch it, though. That's going to be second down.
I really think Hansen, that's just the ball. That's the ball getting a little saily with the wind right there. Got to get the arm stretched out again a little bit. But what a great play on the slant right there. Number 15, Price. He was showing some wheels right there, man.
You know, we've been really bringing them for their offense, and Price answered the call as the Thunder look to get going right now in 2nd and 10. Hansen really pushed back there by the Bronco defense as he throws an incompletion.
You know, I want to say that might have been a screen right there for Desert Vista with the way that he was trailing back in the offensive line and the defensive line was getting pressure, but there was really no one there open on that play. 3rd and 10 for the Thunder. This is a crucial play for their offense right here.
Definitely seemed to be some miscommunication there. Seth Hansen really needs to get this Thunder team a first down. As now we see it. Finally the rushing game, but it's 3rd and 10, and you really need to go for the first down.
You know, I think that rush right there means they're probably going to go for it here on 4th down. Because you're absolutely right. Kind of a conservative play call when you're trying to get back in this game, and it looks like this offense is staying out there.
Exactly like you said. 4th down, and they are going for it.
Pressure by Brophy.
Dogs are out. Hansen airs it. Oh my goodness! Number 5, Camden Noland. How do you do?
I don't think Hansen was looking for him. I think he was looking for number 3, Redmond. A little underthrown, but someone made a play. And now we got Seth Hansen in the red zone like it's Scott Hansen.
And the chains are moving, and the Thunder's chances are rising. There's light at the end of the tunnel.
It seems like right now this Thunder offense is really relying on the big play. They're not staying ahead on the chains. They're not making it short down in distances. They're relying a lot on their offense just taking the top off her, just making a big play, and that's not a recipe for success, especially against a team like Brophy. And
oh my goodness,
there was a penalty flag on this play that we did not see.
We got too excited like some of the Desert Vista fans, and my goodness, that one's going to be erased from the history books.
Are they keeping the offense on the field still?
Wow,
they are.
You know, in a game like this, you're down 3 scores. The bigger the kahunas, the better, because they're going for it, and this might determine the rest of the game.
I completely agree. Pressure by Brophy.
Hansen once again, and no good. Bronco ball. My goodness.
I'm looking around for penalty flags. I feel like we've been caught lacking on these flags.
Pending
holding.
flag.
Defense.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know about you, but I can't find the yellow flag. It's like playing Where's Waldo out here with that. And that's why we keep getting excited about these calls, because next thing you know, we're seeing people walking backwards. That's going to be an automatic first down, I think, for the Thunder. Once again, their biggest plays not being really anyone. It's been long passes and mistakes.
Yes, from the Broncos side,
Yes,
really
sir.
their biggest, exactly how you just put it. I really want to see some more emphasis with the flags being thrown in the air. You know, like a charge call in basketball.
Hey, they're probably worried about it blowing away.
With the wind here. And Hansen, it's broken up by the Broncos defense.
That was fourth. Oh my gosh, look, a flag finally threw 10 feet in the air once again.
So that was actually 4th and 3. They just got to move up in yards.
Interesting.
As I didn't look to the sideline, but now, yeah, like you said, a flag on the play, and there's a man down. Hopefully it's all good.
Yeah, usually defensive holding, you would think that would be an automatic first down. I'm surprised that was still 4th down, actually. But hey, we're not in black and white tonight.
Yep.
We're in jackets and pants because it's a little cold out here. I don't know if Brophy just got off the field right here. But good to see the injured player walking off as well.
Yep, and walking out with no help, he is, so that's even better to see. He looks a little banged up, but he's going to be able to get off to the sideline. High-fiving his guys on the way out, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Brophy Broncos, who have shut out the Thunder so far.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing affair for the Thunder offense. Thought you had something there on the big pass play, then you get called on holding, and just things have not been clicking so far on all sides for the Thunder. And right now, this Brophy offense is coming back out and maybe trying to put this game away completely.
Yeah, I mean, truly, all it takes is one more dance in that blue end zone, and this could decide this one. 21-0 here for the Broncos, under 10 remaining, and that is Chambers.
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness, he's pushing up the field. At the midfield, he's still going, and he's brought down.
Another penalty flag. I think they're going to try to get him on the horse collar right there, maybe.
And what a play there from Harrison Chambers, running back junior at a St. John Catholic school. Once again, that was Carlos Estrada, running back senior at a Guidepost Montessori.
Oh, this was against? Oh, wow. Might have been elite. Wow.
Once again, the Brophy Broncos constantly being their biggest opponent in this one, pushing themselves back.
Yeah, interesting how that's still a first down after the penalty flag. I'm not quite sure maybe what was called. Maybe a legal block in the back towards the end there.
Did we get an update on these high school rulebook? Because there's a lot of interesting things going on here tonight. And it is still now, I guess, first down for the Broncos. As Humphrey gets into this one, did see the quarterback change, and that's nice to see. Rylan Humphrey, the junior quarterback who got injured in week 2 of this year, showing off the legs. He injured his leg in that game. Nice to see that they're working just fine.
Yeah, so good, so good, so good to see Humphrey back on this field. Never want to see a player go down to injury. And yeah, he was looking good. Legs still looking strong. Looking to have some speed on that last run.
Now, this is where the Broncos get even more dangerous, is when they're able to show their 2 quarterback dual threat. And we're going to see how Humphrey is able to do it all as he right there to 87. They've been finding him all night. Nassim Isaac catches another one and moving the chains forward. They do.
Nassim not quite going up the seam, but doing a little drag route right there. Picking up the first down. They've been finding him on that drag all night long. And if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Definitely. We keep bringing up how deep this offense is, but if we really break it down, you have your 3 running backs and 4 with Humphrey and Case Van Den Bosch at the QB helm. And when you're looking when they go 5 out like that and they have those 5 receiver skill players, it's really hard to stop them.
Absolutely. And it's got to be hard to study for. Looking at 2 different quarterbacks, looking at all these weapons, looking at the film sessions, you're probably rolling your eyes in the back of your head preparing for Brophy. And so far tonight, it's been all Brophy. 21-0, 9:13 left in this first half. And if you just keep to the script for Brophy, it's gonna be 1-0 in conference play.
You know, it's kind of funny. Back in the day, I didn't do too much eye rolling in the film session, more of eyes shutting. I sat in the back where it was nice and dark and got a little shut eye when it was time to watch the other team. 21-0 Broncos, 9:13 left. 1st and 10 after that Nassim Isaac reception there from Humphrey. I think they're going to really let Humphrey roll tonight with this lead, get him back going once again. They're going to be just as lethal, if not way more, with him back in this rotation.
Absolutely. When you got that kind of versatility at the quarterback position, cool little screen pass right there, but sniffed out by the Thunder defense. Wanted to hit number 5 on that little swing, number 5.
Carlos Estrada.
But then he found number 3, Benzie, for the screen pass. But like I said, Thunder sniffed that one out.
That was a good showing of defense right there from the Thunder. They're going to need to show more of that in the second quarter and heading into the second half. They want to come back in this one.
Another discussion by the referees. The chains guys still have not changed this to second down.
Mm-hmm. We're going to see what happens here. I mean, there's been a
And it
lot
was a
of...
penalty.
Once again, please, we're asking knees, bent, air squat up into the flag thrown.
I've seen it once. I've seen one flag that was above 10 feet. And I'm going to let you guys know it did not fly that far. So I think we need to see a little bit higher.
Yeah.
So we're not going to keep celebrating these plays.
Some more effort, man. I mean, as my partner Cooper here has done in his career, he's a referee. It's on the resume on LinkedIn.
Absolutely.
He has some effort when he's up on the field and the court. We'd like to see more of that here tonight.
Last time I was here at Desert Vista, I was refereeing a JV game. Good to be back.
Welcome back. They missed you. As Humphrey he's looking to air out deep. Fitzgerald almost had that. That went through a sea of thunderclouds. Almost into the pocket of Fitzgerald. And when you have three people to stop one, it goes in your favor. That's going to be a nice stop from Desert Vista.
Yeah, it might have been a sea of thunderclouds, but Fitzgerald is that lightning strike for the Bronco offense. Last game or a couple games ago against Notre Dame Prep, had 100 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, he's really been elite for the Broncos this year, and it's not hard to tell that he has many offers looking at him like his father. He's going to be elite for years to come.
Should be playing on Saturdays here soon.
I can't wait for it as the play is running and Humphrey is rolling down the right side, and he's thrown to the ground. Number 9, Lucas Schmeier, senior linebacker, throws him to the ground. What a stop. Third down.
Yeah, the offense has got a little conservative since Olmeyer came into this game.
And that's going to be 3rd and 11, and I think this is definitely the biggest point of adversity the Broncos have faced in this one. It just seems like their offense isn't clicking as much as it was previously.
Hey, when you bring in a new quarterback like Humphrey, sometimes you got to refine your footing. You're talking about breaking off rust. When you come off injury, that rust is even worse.
Definitely, yes. Humphrey finds his guy right there. That is Nathan Benzie. A little bit of action there in the parking lot. Somebody please get your keys.
If someone's driving a gray.
That one got handled quickly. 4th and 6 to go.
I like the aggressiveness to go for it here. It's going to be tough to kick out here. This is kind of that go for it range. Let's see the cojones they got right here.
Woo! There's got to be something there. Humphrey to the left side.
Wide open.
Bang! Right there. First down, and it keeps going. Fitzgerald to the right side as he slides down.
Another late penalty flag getting thrown in right there. But I love watching Fitzgerald. I'm just going to keep it straight. His just twitch, you can tell, is on a different level, whether it's breaking off a route or breaking down defenders.
As soon as he gets the ball in his hands, it's a different ball game, and he's the star of the show. As we're going to find out.
I thought maybe a little horse collar action right at the end of that play, face mask. Either way, a little unnecessary roughness.
Totally. And a good call right there from the Zebras. And with the new quarterback here, they face the red zone, and Humphrey's going to be able to chance to lead his squad to 6.
Yeah, last time I checked the guest list, they had Humphrey reservation for 6. Hopefully they can make that one on time.
And number 6 with them is Harrison Chambers. He might be the one to deliver the main course.
Maybe finally he'll do something so you can say his name.
I swear it's number 6. As Ryland Humphrey wanted to show Case Vanden Bosch, I can do this too.
I just said that Humphrey might be late for his reservation for 6. He was right on time. Touchdown for the Broncos.
That's going to be 27-0 there for Brophy Prep. They've been dominating in this one here tonight.
This has just been a complete performance. I wish I could say on special teams, but they had that little fumble on the punt return. But other than that, it's been a flawless game for the Brophy Prep side.
I think really what's been the key to this game has been the rushing and the Desert Vista Thunder. They've been doing it all year. They continue to do it tonight. They give up the rush game, and the Brophy Broncos, they're punishing them for it. As that extra point was good from number 29, Ryder Hampton, the kicker, junior, 28-0, with under 7 to go. That was Harrison Chambers, right? Number 6 on the field.
Yes, it was on the field. Yes, it was on the field.
I might need to get some glasses because 6 and 5 are looking
Hey, with this
a little
win,
close.
I feel like my eyes are a little blurry. I'm teary-eyed a little bit. It's hard to look on that right side without getting blasted a little bit.
Yeah, most
But-
definitely. How about the setup here in Desert Vista? Just the skyline, and it looks a
Oh.
little dark now, obviously, but when we were here prepping earlier, beauty.
Absolutely, man. They have these mountains in the back, sunset right behind us. There's a little red moon behind us before kickoff too. Just really good setting out here as we get a little action here on the kickoff.
And the Desert Vista Thunder have a great return there, pushing about 5 before midfield, and they are in their best position off the kick tonight.
It's a game of 3 phases, and right now the best phase for Desert Vista has been their special teams. Whether it was getting that fumble on the punt return or just getting past the 25, doing the little stuff. Sometimes you got to get your offense juiced, and this is the kind of play to get them started.
I think this is going to be a great showing for things to come. They haven't had a kickoff return like this yet, as there's another player on the field, sadly, so there's going to be a little bit of a delay there. Hopefully everything is all right. Cooper, you were talking about the red moon earlier. It seems like it changed filter, and it's back to normal.
Kind of disappointing. I was really liking the red moon vibes.
Yeah.
October season, your Halloween, feeling all spooky, and it's been a scary performance from the Broncos tonight.
Let me just ask a question to you. Are you the type of guy to have red LEDs just always on in your room?
What's funny at my place? I got hanging lights like it's a porch.
Ooh!
And it has the perfect setting for any kind of night.
All right. Good to know. And now we are
Watching number 25, Ezekiel McFadden, getting carried off the field. Not carried off, but helped off the field.
been a physical one here tonight, and the Thunder have took some beatings, and a few players have tweaked some body parts, and hopefully they'll be fine as the game keeps going. 28-0. Broncos have been killing it on Friday Night Lights here in Phoenix, Arizona at the Thunder Stadium. The Thunder get ready for their possibly most potential drive yet.
Brophy bringing pressure.
And the Thunder blow right past it as they gain 8 right there. That was turned the other way for me, my friend. Oh, right there, 22. That was Thomas. And now we're moving forward.
Another high snap.
And that one
they were all
gets
over it.
tracked down that time, and they push him back before the chains.
Yeah, that was number 26. Was it number 26?
We're not blind, we swear, viewers. Sorry. I think that was 29, Kevin Jackson right
Thank
there
you.
with the run. And like you said,
I'm dyslexic.
Cooper, he got blown up right there. The Broncos showing on all facets that they are a team to fear.
Bringing some pressure again.
Hanson,
Oh, what a throw.
quick throw right there and makes it happen. That was to Nainus Redmond, the quarterback wide receiver. A little bit of an interesting duo of a position. We don't see that often.
Nah, definitely not. But I got to say, I really like that coverage by Gregory Riddell right there. But that was just an elite throw by Hanson.
Yeah,
I like the velocity that he has on his throws. He knows how to zip it. Definitely some arm talent on this quarterback. And we got a late penalty flag that's moving this one up even more. Basically, at the 26-yard line, knocking on the door of the red zone. And I got to say, I really enjoy the physicality of Brophy. That's got to be a tough team to play against. And you're probably feeling them on Monday and Tuesday and maybe even Wednesday at practice after just seeing how they've been playing this offensive line and tackling them down. There's going to be some bruises as we got a fumble on the snap.
Oh, my
and
gosh.
It's still loose, and it's been scooped up. Number 55.
Matthew Hernandez right there, scooping up some ice cream off the floor.
Oh, they were celebrating.
And there's another flag.
They're gonna get docked for excessive celebration. But when you're up 28-0, you get the fumble. Think life's going right now. Maybe a little celebration isn't too bad.
Big man was hustling right there and just put his body out there, grabbed it up. It's going to be Broncos ball, but 5 yards shorter.
Interesting decision by Hanson to knock the ball away instead of just trying to grab it up. There was no one around him except Brophy defenders, and Brophy gets the fumble.
You're almost in a scarce headspace right there. Men are coming right there. So So when you knock the ball away, there's a lot of guys surrounding you. He didn't know what to do. It's going to be Broncos ball. And the Broncos have it 1st and 10 with 5:12 remaining. It's going to be 28-0.
The snaps for Desert Vista have been a little questionable this last couple quarters. High snaps. That one was just way left.
Seems like if they've gone up almost one on every possession is right there. Composed football. Humphrey to 84. Dalen Sharper.
He's still making people miss. He's still on his feet.
And he's going. He's brought down finally at the 38. Wow. It just seemed like time after time again, the defense struggled to take him down.
He's not looking like Sharper. He's looking like Antonio Brown with that 84 right there.
Yeah.
Making people miss, getting out there in open space, and getting a little strong on those DBs, keeping the chains going.
We've continually talked about how elite Sharper has been these last few games. He's really been one of their common guys in the offense, and he makes his impact known there once again. And once more, sadly, there's another player out on the field. It just seems like unfortunate after unfortunate player loss has been happening for the Thunder.
And that comes down to the physicality of Brophy. It doesn't matter if you're on offense. It doesn't matter if you're on defense. They're going to hit you hard.
Yeah.
And that can leave some bruises, and that can start to play a role as the game keeps going on. Duck, because we got some T-shirts getting shot at us a little bit.
Shoot.
But
oh, my gosh. I've never seen anything like that. Is that what? It's like a Roomba.
Oh, Roomba
got strapped up.
Oh, my gosh. They're getting ready for warfare.
Clothing warfare.
I just want to shout out this Brophy offensive line. Anderson Kopp offers from Kansas, Air Force, Army, Bowling Green, starting at center tonight. He's a captain on this team. And this offensive line has been playing phenomenal tonight, keeping whoever's at quarterback upright. And honestly, even though they like to get their jerseys dirty with the runs, their jerseys are still pretty clean tonight.
Yeah, Mama doesn't have to do too much laundry with the way that their O-line has been protecting them as another great run from the Broncos, just continuously pushing up the field.
I was just ready for you to be like, oh, big run by Chambers, but it was Estrada. It was Estrada picking up that first down.
Yep, Estrada has been great tonight, getting most of the snaps at the running back position, as finally I can see clearly now that Estrada's gone. And it is going to be 28-0 with 4:24 remaining in this first half. Broncos still dominating on all sides of the spectrum. As Humphrey receives the snap.
Uh-oh.
Deep one. And there's going to be, before we even say anything, laundry is on the floor. We're getting a no good there from the referees.
Really?
But we're going to see what the flag called was.
That was Christian Camarada on that catch. Thought he was a great catch. Actually,
Yeah.
just as the ball was floating up there a little bit, I think that wind kind of carried it a little bit, but made the body adjustment. And I thought he got 2 feet in while he was falling down, but maybe the squats have been a little strong and that butt was a little too big and got on that out of bounds play.
Nonetheless, I think Camarada has been one of their best deep ball threats this season. I think him and Sharper and Fitzgerald are the guys that Humphrey and Vanden Bosch look for when they want to go deep.
And they can definitely push the pace. Whether it's on the ground or airing it out with the kind of weapons they got all over the place.
When it comes November, it's going to be very great to see what they can produce on the football side of things, and they're going to be a threat in the playoffs.
We're in Arizona, but this is a cold weather kind of football team. Physical, can pound the rock, whether it's the quarterback and their three-headed running back kind of trio. But then all of a sudden, once you get physical in the run game, they're airing it out on you, and looks like they're going to find a way to get in the end zone.
Humphrey lowballs his man, number 13. That's Christian Camarada. Try to get him again on the slant route to the right side of the field. No good. That's going to be 2nd and 10. Yeah, Cooper, I completely agree. They really switch up the tempo and always keep their opponents on their feet. And they have 3 games remaining this season until playoff time in Arizona. And I can tell you, Arizona football is as big as any state, really. They are really competitive here, and it's great to see. Carlos Estrada skips to my Lou and gets the touchdown for the Broncos.
I was having a hard time seeing the number. I thought it was number 6. I saw your issue there right now. But absolutely, just nice footwork there for Estrada, walking on the tightrope if he needed to a little bit, but just finding the end zone. That's just great play. Great play by Brophy.
As the Broncos continuously stomp their way into the blue for 6, 34-0. Brophy Prep is ahead in this one.
Now, if I'm not mistaken,
yeah,
if Brophy were to score 40 points and it's 40-0 in the first half, or 42-0, whatever, running clock would be in a play from the moment the second half started.
From the kickoff, yes, sir, you'd be correct. It would be running clock in. If the Thunder get stopped on this one, there's a very good chance that that's a possibility.
We could be seeing another quarterback coming in for Brophy.
We definitely, Estrada, maybe Harrison Chambers gives it a try because there's been Estrada in the run game. And no, man, we're just having fun out here tonight. 35-0 here in Phoenix, Arizona. And the Broncos are rolling and the Thunder are fizzling out.
Yeah, it looks like that storm's going to pass us a little bit with the Thunder tonight. And so far, it's been all Broncos. It's felt like Thursday Night Football last night. All Broncos.
Yeah, really. And you couldn't have put it better. The Broncos have been taking over the football game this week. And the Broncos booted off. It's going to be the Thunder who are receiving, and they are off to the races. Really trying to catch the Broncos off guard by pushing up the side that they caught it on. They got it about the 40 for this drive.
Yeah, that was number 6 more on the return. And like I've been trying to say all night, the special teams has been a bright spot for Desert Vista. But there hasn't been a lot of bright spots for the Thunder.
Yeah, there hasn't been a ton. I mean, we've definitely seen a few, right? I think one of them is, it's got to be, Hanson's arm. I mean, if the receivers have caught a few more of them, maybe this is a different ball game, and maybe they're not facing running clock because he's gotten it and really threaded the needle on a few of these 3rd and 4th downs.
I completely agree. The arm streak has been on showcase all night long, and now we get to see a little running ability, but brought down for the sack, number 90, Caden McKenzie. I like that name.
You have no idea how good Caden McKenzie is. Hey, man, I didn't even know that football jerseys in high school go up to 90, so my high school was pretty small, man.
Doesn't go up to 90 for Desert Vista.
Yeah. That's a good point there. 35-0 to 2nd and 10 here for the Thunder. And they're going to get ready to get this one going. Hanson really having a lot on his back right now, and they have an opportunity to push up the field here. There's about 3:22 left in this second quarter. And
almost wrapped him up there. And then
Broncos are just eating that one up right there at the 40. My goodness. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 8 for the Broncos, for the Thunder.
Yeah, it feels like the Kentucky Derby with all these horses running around for the Broncos tonight. Just flying around the field, making plays at the ball. Once again, it's 3rd and 9. I feel like we haven't seen a lot of like 3rd and 3s, 3rd and 2s for the Vista offense.
You know, we haven't. And Hanson, once again, that one was a little bit to the left of his receiver number 3, Eanis Redmond, and now they're facing 4th and 9. This, do you go for it? I mean, I think you do just because you're down so much.
You know, this is a big play for the running clock, honestly. If you go and punt it, you put the field position, you try to fill up the field, you go for it. It looks like they're actually getting backed up already.
If they go for it, then we're beating the rush at Chick-fil-A by the end of this game. But
I actually had Chick-fil-A for lunch, so I'll be going to a different spot tonight.
Okay, fast. Unfortunate. I was asking you to drive me there after the game. And
looks like the special team unit will be coming out for Desert Vista. I think that's a smart play. No reason to go for it, 4th and 9, even though you're down 35-0. This is just not the time.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I have a great point. You withstand or you give your team the best chance to not face running clock. I mean, who knows? Running a 2:44 drill for the Broncos is not impossible. And not very likely, but it is likely. The kickoff is the punt is about to happen, and it's boom, kicked into the air. The Broncos to receive, secure that one, fair catch. They're not looking to mess up this special team.
Yeah, I think they all got back on track when
Yeah.
they fumbled it. Sometimes you got to have something bad happen to really recognize how bad it is. You know what I mean? You got to,
Totally.
because once something bad happens, it's like, okay, now we have to correct this.
Definitely. I think it's a good time for these bad things to happen actually in this game.
Absolutely.
You're up so much, you could really fine-tune some things you didn't really realize were loose. As it is 1st and 10 here for
Looks
the
like, sorry.
No, I would say for the Broncos attempt to make this a running clock. What you'd say?
I was about to say CVB looks like he's back out under center. And I was just excited to say that because I've enjoyed watching him tonight.
Yeah, he's been fantastic. A really fun player to watch. And he gets it. Does the fake handoff? We're not falling for this time, CVB, but they are. And he's running up the sideline to the 30, to the 20, and he's brought down. CVB, do your dance.
Oh, my gosh. CVB, just absolute trickery a little bit with that handoff. He's been hiding it well all night, finding that edge, and I feel like we've seen that like a replay of that play all night long.
It's almost like it's mad, and they realize their opponent does not know how to stop that play because they are spamming it. And Cooper, it is working.
Absolutely. Well, when you have the rushing attack like you do with the Broncos, sometimes you forget about the quarterback. And even though these quarterbacks have great athleticism and great legs, there's still so much to worry about on that Broncos side.
And Vanden Bosch is just standing still in the pocket as he finds his man. Is that Fitzgerald with the reception? It is. Once again, they've connected a lot tonight as they are already knocking in the red zone.
It's just easy offense for the Broncos. That's just a simple, like I keep saying, it's a simple throw and catch. Every time it seems like Fitzgerald, he's not wide open, but sometimes he has been wide open. But right there, he saw that linebacker coming down. He slowed down his route a little bit, so he didn't take that big of a hit. And now, change 2nd and 4. Good play to get going again.
Vanden Bosch left alone in the pocket as he skips along the sideline. It's too easy. Vanden Bosch, one more time for 6.
CVB, because he's the very best.
Woo!
That's what we're seeing tonight. He's one of the better players on this field. And right there, just kind of waltzing in a little bit. It felt like we were watching him roll out. We can't really see from this vantage point how much room he had on that left side, but he was basically wide open and free walking into that end zone.
And now 41-0, unless the Thunder can get this with a minute left and get a score on the board. 42-0, count that extra point. We're going to be having a little bit of a quicker clock here in this one.
Yeah, and, I don't have to say it. It's pretty self-explanatory, but when the clock's running, it's not your friend. And when it's running clock, it's like your enemy at that point. Because when you have a big deficit and you're trying to come back into a game, trying to find some kind of momentum, when you look over to the side and it's already 8 minutes left because the clock keeps running and you ran 3 straight run plays, that's when you start getting a little nervous and starting looking towards next week a little bit maybe.
Yeah, and I totally agree. It becomes a 1v2, really. You're worrying about the deep and lethal squad of the Brophy Prep Broncos, and then you get any sort of momentum going, that clock is ticking, and it's ticking against you.
And, it might even be 1v3 tonight with how these referees have been calling this game. I'm not saying that they've been unfair, but it seems like these penalties have been playing big roles on the plays that have happened. Like, when it's a big play, it seems that a penalty flag also gets thrown into it.
Definitely. I think I could agree to that. And like some of the Thunder's biggest plays have been erased due to the flags that have been thrown.
The real question is, do you come out and try to take some shots? The clock's already running.
Yeah, I think with the way, they're putting out their players on the field. They might just kneel it. Who knows?
Shoot, with this win, you have to take a couple shots, I think. Mm-hmm. Even though you're down 42, you really have nothing to lose at this point except the game. But this is the time to get your offense rolling again. You got another game next week. You want to find something to build on. And we've been seeing a lot of that tonight.
Yeah, another point that brought up was just throwing to your guy in the center field. I don't know. You might get him banged up. They've been losing a lot of players here tonight. We heard Tom Brady talking back a little how he never threw to the middle on certain teams, and a physical team like the Brophy Prep Broncos may not be the smartest idea to go to that direction.
It's like watching a Ravens defense with how the Broncos are playing tonight, man. Another high snap.
Right before the horn, and they're just going to go ahead and blow that whistle
man.
before nothing gets too crazy.
Kind of feel bad for Desert Vista. They heard the horn and they were thinking it was already over, but it might already be over. 42-0 heading into half.
Yep, that is going to be the score for the end of the first half. 42-0, like Cooper just said. Cooper, any final thoughts before we take a halftime break?
Just great execution by the Broncos this evening, whether it's been on offense, defense, sometimes special teams. Good execution on the two-point conversion to get it after not getting the first one. PATs have been right down the middle. Just a flawless game plan.
It's been a big gap here so far, but don't leave just yet. We have a little bit of a halftime break, and then we have more Friday Night Light action coming to you. For Quinn Preston, I'm with Cooper Holman. We'll see you soon.
Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay. That is what it sounded like at Raymond James Stadium recently during an event for season ticket holders. What started off as a regular day for fans turned into a lifetime memory, all because of one thing. Baker Mayfield, the quarterback of the Bucs, was actually at the event, but nobody knew because he was dressed up in a disguise. For a short period of time, he was actually named Gus Swayze, and while Baker Mayfield decided to wear Crocs to the event, it did not stop him from showing off his cannon. After walking around the locker rooms and watching people write letters to his original self, the group headed to the training facility. Mayfield wanted to score the group some free souvenirs, and the only way to do that was if someone threw for over 30 yards. And while it may have been hard for many, it was not hard for him. Baker had the entire group cheering for him as he did not have any problem showing off his talent. After shocking the group, Baker decided it was time to fess up. So he gave these fans a lifetime memory and revealed his true identity. If you want to check out the entire story, be sure to tune into Amazon Prime to see Mayfield and other NFL players go undercover while interacting with the fans. The show is called The Undercovers and was actually created by former NFL quarterback Eli Manning. For Varsity Sports, I am Alexandra Medina.
I'm Julia Coyne at Arizona State University with the Varsity Sports Show. The Maricopa Mustangs will be taking on the Gila Riverhawks this Saturday night at 7 p.m. Currently halfway through the HGCAC season, they will be facing each other once again. The Mustangs defeated the Hawks in their first game 34-0. The Mustangs are currently the best in the league at 4-0 and had a bye last week going into this week's game against the Gila Riverhawks. The Hawks are currently 1-3. Though the Gila Riverhawks have struggled in the past, they are hopeful as they've made changes since their loss against the Mustangs. New quarterback Jonah Brewster has been put in and is looking forward to playing against the Mustangs. "I'm just ready to play," he says, after being asked about his fresh start at QB after only having played defense in his last game against the Mustangs. It will be interesting to see who starts for the Mustangs, as Jerry Keltner has also done well as quarterback, leading them to their only win. Safety Antoine Brown is in his second year for the Hawks and had a chance to talk about his upcoming game.
Big game this week. You guys are facing the Maricopa Mustangs, number one team in the league, at your place.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be our game of the week. It's going to be featured on the radio. We're going to talk about that a little later as well. What are some things that you feel you match up well against the Mustangs? Because you played them earlier in the season as well.
I think skill for skill, we match up perfectly. I think it was just more of the game slipped away from us the first time around, and now we know what to expect. And
I'm Julia Coyne at Arizona State University with the Varsity Sports Show. The Maricopa Mustangs will be taking on the Gila Riverhawks this Saturday night at 7 p.m. Currently halfway through the HGCAC season, they will be facing each other once again. The Mustangs defeated the Hawks in their first game 34-0. The Mustangs are currently the best in the league at 4-0 and had a bye last week going into this week's game against the Gila Riverhawks. The Hawks are currently 1-3. Though the Gila Riverhawks have struggled in the past, they are hopeful as they've made changes since their loss against the Mustangs. New quarterback Jonah Brewster has been put in and is looking forward to playing against the Mustangs. "I'm just ready to play," he says, after being asked about his fresh start at QB after only having played defense in his last game against the Mustangs. It will be interesting to see who starts for the Mustangs, as Jerry Keltner has also done well as quarterback, leading them to their only win. Safety Antoine Brown is in his second year for the Hawks and had a chance to talk about his upcoming game.
Big game this week. You guys are facing the Maricopa Mustangs, number one team in the league, at your place.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be our game of the week. It's going to be featured on the radio. We're going to talk about that a little later as well. What are some things that you feel you match up well against the Mustangs? Because you played them earlier in the season as well.
I think skill for skill, we match up perfectly. I think it was just more the game slipped away from us the first time around, and now we know what to expect, and we know how to better prepare ourselves this week around, and I don't think it's going to get away from us this time.
Okay.
The Maricopa Mustangs have dominated the league this season and won the HJCAC championship last year. Under head coach Doug Medofsky, the team has done extremely well, leading the league at first in the division in this first half of the season. Shutting out the Hawks in their first game, the Mustangs are hoping to do it again. When the Gila Riverhawks winning the championship in 2019, 2020, and 2022, and the Mustangs winning the championship last year, this game is going to be exciting, no matter the record. With the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Julia Coyne.
This is Kavish Siddhartha from the Cronkite School of Journalism at ASU with Varsity Sports. ASU football has had an excellent start to the year, most recently beating previously ranked number 16 Utah. Their record is now 5-1 on the season, and the team is on the cusp of being ranked for the first time since 2021. While their defense has been very underrated and has been the backbone of the team, the offense has been doing a great job of putting up points on the board. Their rushing attack has been lethal, as the team already has nearly 1,300 rushing yards and 14 rushing scores on the ground. While their running game has been the main key to their success, the focus usually goes to the quarterback when the team is winning games. Let's take a look at how Sam Leavitt has performed around the midpoint of the season. In 6 games this season, Leavitt has thrown for 1,166 yards, 8 passing touchdowns, and 4 picks. His completion percentage is 59.2%, which is very solid, and his QB rating is 135.8. Along with his QB stats, he also has 279 rushing yards and 4 rushing touchdowns on the ground. His ability on the ground has turned him into a successful dual-threat quarterback in the Sun Devils offense. While his passing stats aren't amazing, he is doing exactly what the team needs him to do to win. The team has made it clear that it prioritizes the rushing attack, so as long as Leavitt keeps his turnovers limited and makes the necessary throws when needed, he is doing his job. And it seems to be working, as the team is 5-1. Unfortunately, Leavitt will be out for ASU's upcoming game against Cincinnati due to an injury to his ribs. The team and all ASU supporters will surely be hoping for Leavitt's return soon, as the team has been winning with him under center. That concludes my halftime report with Varsity Sports. This is Kavish Siddhartha reporting.
Tampa Bay! Tampa Bay! That is what it sounded like at Raymond James Stadium recently during an event for season ticket holders. What started off as a regular day for fans turned into a lifetime memory, all because of one thing. Baker Mayfield, the quarterback of the Bucs, was actually at the event, but nobody knew because he was dressed up in a disguise. For a short period of time, he was actually named Gus Swayze, and while Baker Mayfield decided to wear Crocs to the event, it did not stop him from showing off his cannon. After walking around the locker rooms and watching people write letters to his original self, the group headed to the training facility. Mayfield wanted to score the group some free souvenirs, and the only way to do that was if someone threw for over 30 yards. And while it may have been hard for many, it was not hard for him. Baker had the entire group cheering for him, as he did not have any problem showing off his talent. After shocking the group, Baker decided it was time to fess up. So he gave these fans a lifetime memory and revealed his true identity. If you want to check out the entire story, be sure to tune into Amazon Prime to see Mayfield and other NFL players go undercover while interacting with the fans. The show is called The Undercovers and was actually created by former NFL quarterback Eli Manning. For Varsity Sports, I'm Alexandra Medina.
Love it! Spell it out! Ready? Begin! H Huskies might like it in the cold, but at Horizon High School in Scottsdale, Arizona, they know all about surviving the heat. And on the topic of heat, the Horizon Huskies have been red hot to start this season. At 5-1, coming off a sectional win over Notre Dame Prep, the Huskies are becoming a contender for the 5A state championship. After being the special teams coordinator for Horizon from 2021 to 2023, Tyson Ditmore left for a quick stint at Mountain Ridge before ultimately coming back to Horizon for the head coaching job for the 2024-25 season. Ditmore knew there was no place like home.
There was really only one spot that I was really waiting to open up, and it was here. And I remember it to a T. Called my parents, and they were both pumped, and my brother was pumped, and I'm 2 minutes from here, so it was nice to come back, and it was also nice to go learn and grow at Mountain Ridge. But this is home for me.
Sometimes in order to go forward, you have to go backward. And so far for Coach Ditmore and the Huskies, that decision has paid dividends. Now, if you noticed, one of the first things Coach Ditmore did was call his family to let them know the good news. And at the time, Dustin Ditmore, the brother of Tyson, didn't know he would end up playing a huge role on the coaching staff for the 2024 season. While Tyson may be the head coach, he had nothing but praises for his big brother, who has been by his side before his career as a Lobo at New Mexico and now as a head coach on the sideline.
Well, he's one of the ones when I was a junior in high school, he kind of showed me the ropes. He said, hey, this is what you need to do to get recruited. This is what you can expect. He said it's not going to be easy, but and he's still out here today supporting us. He's our get back coach, which is he's getting me back the whole time, which I love working with him, and glad that he's still by my side.
There's a lot of family ties out here in Scottsdale for the Horizon Huskies, whether it's the head coach having a brother or Jackson Murray's brother being the captain of the 2021 team that won a championship. This is Jackson Murray with how his brother has impacted his life and his football career.
After every game, I always text him, I always make sure to give him a call. Sometimes we'll go watch film together. It's a cool experience. And I was on the field with him, like when he won the state championship. I was a freshman. So it was
Skylar Partridge already know what it's like to win on the biggest stage and win a state championship in 2021. Coach Ditmore expressed how the family atmosphere at Horizon
play a cool experience, and I hope to recreate that.
With Jackson Murray and Jordan Partridge leading their squad to hopefully a deep playoff run this year, Dylan Murray is a big part of their culture and tradition, and how these former players still play a role in 2024.
Yeah, it speaks to what Horizon is. I mean, there's brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles. Everybody has gone through this place, and we do it in our own backyard, which is great. Skylar was an awesome quarterback that year. Dylan Murray was a team captain, and both their younger brothers are coming out here and shining, and still love getting texts from those guys. They're like, hey, don't take it easy on my brother, or, make sure that you're giving my brother a hard time and staying hard on him. So I just love the family atmosphere.
Nothing is more important than family. And at Horizon, the culture and family they've built could stand the test of time, and hopefully the rest of the 5A Northeast Valley Conference. This has been Cooper Holman from Varsity Sports.
Hello everyone, my name is Mason Byers, a student at Arizona State University reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. Today I'm bringing y'all a top NCAA football preview for this weekend. I'm going to be going over what could end up being the biggest game this weekend, which is when number 5 seed Georgia heads into Texas to take on the first seeded Texas Longhorns. This is going to be an elite SEC clash, as both of these teams have been seen as contenders for not only the SEC championship, but also the national championship as well. The Longhorns are 6-0, while Georgia sits at a 5-1 record, with their only loss being to the 7th seed Alabama Crimson Tide. Both teams are led by elite coaches and talent on the field. Georgia has senior quarterback Carson Beck, who has posted a 15-5 touchdown-to-interception ratio and is seen as a top NFL prospect. On the opposite side of the field, the Texas Longhorns have elite linebacker and sophomore Anthony Hill Jr. He leads the team with 4.5 sacks and has been causing chaos for opposing QBs all season long. Whoever wins this game will have their sights set on dominating the rest of the year with a chance in playing the SEC championship game and punching their ticket to the college football playoffs. This should be an elite game that everyone should tune into this weekend. This has been Mason Byers with a top NCAA football preview for this weekend, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show.
Welcome in. This is the Varsity Sports Show, and I am Ray Cervantes from the University of Arizona, coming at you with a little game preview of the Arizona and Colorado game that's happening this weekend. So it is going to be a big game for the University of Arizona, considering that it's their homecoming. They have Khalil Tate coming in as an honorary captain, but they did lose last week to BYU in a pretty bad fashion, considering that Colorado comes into this game having just lost to Kansas State, but only by a slim margin. So a few things are going to be key to this game, considering that Colorado has the 7th best passing yards per game in the nation, with Shedeur Sanders, with Travis Hunter, with J.C. Horn, making a great trio for that passing offense to kind of bloom, while Arizona has a really banged up secondary right now, missing 3 of their starters. On the other hand, Colorado has had trouble stopping the run throughout the year, and Arizona does have good running backs, as well as a new offensive coordinator that has kind of been using this new motion that I haven't seen too much before in college, at least. So it's going to be interesting to see how that passing defense of Arizona can match up with that running offense that they have on the other side of the ball with their new offensive coordinator. It's going to be a big game. The stadium's already sold out. I think it's the 1 o'clock game on Fox this week, so expect fireworks and bear down. Thank you again. This is the Varsity Sports Show. I'm Ray Cervantes from the University of Arizona, and I'll see you next time.
This is Jesse Davis from the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication at Arizona State University, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. The number 15 ranked Boise State Broncos have drawn national attention to start the season, in large part to their star junior running back Ashton Jeanty, who
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Thunder Stadium here in Phoenix, Arizona for the Varsity Sports Show. I am Quentin Presley here with my color commentator, Cooper Holman. Cooper, we are back now coming into the second half of this ball game. Brophy Pep Broncos, Desert Vista Thunder. What did we see in the first half?
You know, honestly, I'm just happy that my headphones are back on. My ears were getting a little cold there at halftime, so now I'm feeling a little bit warmer with this headset back on. But speaking of just staying warm, this Brophy offense has just been on fire. 42 unanswered points, just beautiful execution by both quarterbacks, whether it's been Van CBB or Humphrey. Both can run the ball very effectively, and honestly, just the passing game on both sides, phenomenal.
Definitely. The Brophy Broncos have really put on a display of what grit and grind football means to Arizona. I mean, on the field, they've been rushing all over the place. Humphrey, Vanden Bosch, Estrada. You get the point here, guys. They've been dominant. And we have about 3 minutes left here in halftime, and I wanted to ask you a few questions, Cooper, about Desert Vista, right? So this one is looking, to put it lightly, out of reach. It's 42-0. We have a running clock coming into this third quarter. I wanted to ask you, for the Desert Vista team, you know this is their second game in conference. What do you think they can grab from this game, build on it moving forward into conference play?
You know, you don't want to lose in culture. Going down to 1-6, struggling the last few seasons. Building a culture is how you start winning football games at any high school. And right now, you got to find an identity on offense. I felt like, you know, doing some homework on this game, that the rushing attack for Desert Vista was going to be a strong point, and they were going to rely on Hanson on the shorter down at distances. And that's something that I want to see more of in the second half. I don't want to see 2nd and 10, 3rd and 10 consistently. I want to see 2nd and 7, then 3rd and 3, and being efficient on offense. Because when you're back on the sticks trying to gain that 10 yards, when you're not the Brophy Broncos averaging about 10 yards a play, it can be a struggle. So I just want to see more rushing attack, even though you're down 42-0 and you don't want to run the ball because the clock's going to be not your friend. The clock's already not your friend. It's going to be running clock in the second half. So why not running with it, you know?
Totally. I think you put it there perfectly. When you're the Desert Vista Thunder and you're down this much, and you're facing 2nd and 10s, 3rd and 10s, 4th and 10s, 4th and 9s. You're always behind the 8 ball. It's about putting yourself in a position to maybe build consistency and build some more efficiency. I totally agree.
Now, you've worked a couple games for Brophy, right? So I want to know, what have you seen from both quarterbacks tonight that you haven't seen in previous weeks? And seeing Humphrey return from injury, obviously a great sign. What do you see from both of these quarterbacks tonight?
So the first game I called for the Brophy Prep Broncos, it was against their thriller against the Perry Pumas. And just to tell you this, Rylan Humphrey, before the injury, was lethal, right? He was the starting quarterback ahead of Vanden Bosch. But the Brophy Prep Broncos, they utilized both quarterbacks in a way where they might actually have two at the same time. And because of Vanden Bosch's running threat, he was used in that running little, I love to call it three-headed dragon because that's what it is. And that's how they would utilize him. I've seen that they now kind of they have 1-1 on the field. They either have Humphrey or they have Vanden Bosch. I think Humphrey is still gaining some rust off, but this has been a great showing. He's already gotten into the end zone, and that is all we need to see to know that moving forward, they're going to be back to where they were previously.
And, you know, when you have that two-quarterback system, I said it earlier in this broadcast, it's got to be hard in the film study. When you got two great quarterbacks who can run and who can push the ball downfield, you got to be scratching your head as a defensive coordinator.
And like alluding to what you said earlier, in that film room, not only do you have to worry about these quarterbacks and off the dribble handoffs of what happened, you have to worry about Dylan Sharper or Devin Fitzgerald. How about you kind of explain what you noticed from those players in this game and what they mean to this offense?
The D&D law firm, Devin, and you got to love it, man. Both of those guys just getting open, making cuts, making the right plays. It's just expert receiver work. And honestly, with Sharper, man, he's been having some big games, starting to stack them. I don't want to say that he's the one over Fitzgerald, and I don't want to say Fitzgerald's over him, but when you got guys that are playmakers like them, it doesn't matter. It can be 1A, 1B, because they're just going to get open for you.
Totally, and I completely agree, because then when you have that almost tier of pyramid of receivers, at the next level, you have Benzie and you have Camerata, right? You have those two threats, and you have Christian Camerata, and you have Nathan Benzie. And it just starts getting scarier and scarier when you go down that iceberg.
And just talking about Sharper, you know, he's got 20 catches, 340 yards, 5 touchdowns just before this game. His career, 818 yards, 9 touchdowns. He's basically got his production in this year alone, especially finding the end zone. And I just have loved what I've seen from him tonight. You can tell, like I said, he's building performances. Notable game against Basha, 108 yards, 7 catches, 2 touchdowns. And what has he done tonight? Just keeps building.
Definitely. I think really we almost really hinted at it earlier. We knew that they were going to come strong in this game off of that heartbreaking loss against Basha. They started off the year 5-0. They beat Perry. They won the Holy Bowl, the tiebreaker against Notre Dame Prep.
The Holy Bowl.
That's the little nickname they call it. You know, 2 Catholic schools. This has been a tradition actually dating back to the Dust Bowl in the Great Depression. It has been a while of Arizona football in the Holy Bowl. But one team actually kind of fell out and fizzled out of the rivalry. Notre Dame Prep started getting better. They filled that role 5 years ago. It was 2-2. They dominated 40-0. That's when Cooper Perry wasn't there. Really, that made an impact, but they shut him out. So to start off the season 5-0, have that heartbreaker, to come out here and to come back, shows a lot of resilience.
Absolutely, and you're coming off a bye week. So you don't want to come off a bye week loss. You got to show that you're prepared, especially heading into conference play when now the games really matter the most. You show that you can play in non-sectional play, and now they're showing us tonight that the 6A Central needs to watch out for the Broncos.
Definitely. The 6A Central, it's an elite division to be respected. And right now, they're looking like the big dogs here in their first game. That's in that section. And we got some good tunes here right now. One more time. Hopefully they're not talking about the Broncos getting into the end zone, because it has been one more time after another time.
And the Broncos have been bringing the action all night. But I just want to say, talking about that big-time conference, the 6A Central Conference games coming up, you got Corona del Sol next week. You got Mountain Point, and then South Point at South Point, November 8th. Those 3 games ahead, 3 solid opponents. But if I'm any of these schools looking at this film, I'm definitely worried about their matchup.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, those are going to be tough games, but they're all also winnable games. And the Brophy Prep Broncos has easily find themselves at the top of the mountain with only one loss at their record to the Bears. And we can't say that the same thing for the Desert Vista Thunders. Oh, excuse me, tongue twister on Thunder. Their only win, their 1-5, has been to Valley Christian. So Valley Vista, I mean.
You know, with with this one, man, it's like you're flipping the records.
Yeah.
6-1, 1-6. Well, not officially yet, but how this game is trending, that's how both of these records will come out. And I just think we're probably going to see a lot of the same in the second half. Brophy keeping the ball on the ground and then airing out when they can. And Desert Vista, they just need to find some kind of answer on both sides. And you got to find those moral victories in games like this. Whether it's getting a stop, getting off the field, getting a big fourth down maybe, or finding the end zone, kicking a field goal, getting off the board. You can't have a 0 on the scoreboard at the end of the night.
I think definitely you want to see a sack. You want to see a fumble caused by the Desert Vista Thunder's defense, and that's what we need to see is more heart from that side of the ball. Now, and we are about to be officially back here in the third quarter. Kickoff is about to commence. The Thunder will get the first possession of this one.
One thing I've been thinking about all night is the way that Brophy lines up on their kickoffs. Really compact. Just something I really haven't seen a lot this season.
Very interesting nonetheless, as the Thunder really push up the field. That has been one thing that they've been doing pretty well this game, is their kick returns, getting to about that 25-yard line or more every time.
Yeah, Khalil Moore on those returns. That's a guy that looks like he has some speed, man. You see a different level, see that different gear. And every time he gets the ball, I'm not worried that he's going to break one, but he kind of gives me that. He's kind of like teasing me a little bit. I feel like he wants to, but now we get a chance to see this Desert Vista offense come back out. Let's see what they were saying. That clock's already moving. Running clock starting in the second half.
Like we said, off the boot, it was going to be starting, and it is. I think they definitely had a long conversation at halftime in the locker room saying, okay, this is our home field. It's homecoming, right? Let's get some points on the board, okay? It's denim night. Cooper, you're wearing denim. Let's show some love, and let's get in the end zone for the Thunder.
Oh, no.
Another aired out Derek Carr looking pass, and just couldn't find number 6. Khalil Moore.
Yeah. Come out second half, you got to get that arm warmed up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Hansen, we were talking about his arm strength, but one thing that I want to see a little bit more in the second half is, yes, he has the arm strength, but where's the touch on some of these throws? Yeah, you're getting it in there. Yeah, it's hitting the receivers in the hands, but it's cold out here, man. Some of these guys, you can tell that the coldness is affecting their ability to catch the ball, as that play is going nowhere.
Definitely. Now it's going to be 3rd and 10 for their first drive out of the gate here in this second half, and it's already 10 minutes left. Clock ticking is not in their favor.
Little confusion, it looks like, on the Broncos side, but pressure coming.
Hansen dancing. Takes
Throwing
2
it
to
to us.
tango. And, the number 3, Aenis Redmond, did not want to dance there. And that's going to be 4th and 10. They're going to boot this one away.
I was talking about Hansen throws those fireballs. I was ready for the ball up here with the way that I was tracking. But not what, we want to talk about those small building blocks. That's like the Jenga board just falling apart completely. 4th and 12, not the drive you want to start off with. And, man, it's going to be 9 minutes before this punt even gets kicked.
Even colder than it was in the first half.
Oh, don't say that.
The
It has been, though.
Broncos come out hotter on defense and force the punt.
Oh,
and,
no.
Oh, my gosh. This is going to get safety. That's going to be 2 points, right?
Wow.
Just like
From
that.
bad to worse to horrible.
The Jenga blocks keep stacking up and falling again just to pile up the scoreboard, 44-0. The Broncos about to have themselves a 50 burger if the Thunder don't move quick.
Yeah, I was getting kind of hungry. I don't know if I'm going to get that 50-piece nugget tonight, but we might be seeing it on the Broncos sideline. And just, I was talking about how this is a 3-phase game and how Valley Vista's special teams has been a solid part. And now that bright spot, that light might have just burned out a little bit right there. Ball going between the punter's legs. And, now you can say that the bright spot for the Broncos has been special teams even after their fumble in that first half.
That was probably one of their only mistakes. A few of their penalties as well. Of
course.
Most definitely they had those, but I really think they've worked past those. And, yeah, they've played a near flawless game here tonight.
Nick Saban was talking to Kirby Smart a couple weeks ago when Georgia lost to Alabama, and he said this might be the best thing for your program, losing to Alabama, because it's kind of like a wake-up call. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because on that punt return, dropping that ball, that's kind of a wake-up call. Yeah, this game's kind of on cruise control a little bit. Your offense is rolling, your defense is rolling, but that doesn't mean you're rolling. Yeah. That means you got to get the fair catch and get the offense back on the field, and don't give the Valley Vista offense good field position. But I think that was a wake-up call, and that's really got all this team just fired up. Oh my gosh, I thought they were tricking.
What a trick action, but no. Number 9 is
gosh.
At the 30, at the 20, and he's brought down. That was number 9, Ryder Noche, piling up the field. I thought that was a little bit of action right there going up the right side, but no. They're going to get to the 30. Just speaking on what you're talking about, because after that fumble right there, it almost seemed that we saw a way more physical team with the Broncos. They were flowing, they were smooth, they were cool, but then they got physical and their rushing and their attacks were more precise.
Well, to kind of talk on that return, Buenos Noche, just a great return by the night, as I would like to say.
Oh, shoot. And it's going to be 1st and 10 here for the Broncos. About under 8 to go in this one. And that's going to be Humphrey's at the quarterback, but no. We're going to have a touchdown. Oh, my gosh. I feel like the Valley Thunder defense, the way I can't see. That was number 25, Dominic Woods. Pushing up the field for that one. Broncos 50-0.
I guess we got the 50-piece McNugget. Now, I was seeing the running back the whole way. I could tell you were looking at Humphrey the whole time. But that's what we've been seeing all night. Just great hiding the ball, keeping it away, keeping the defense on their toes. It doesn't matter who has it. They're finding the end zone.
And, they keep copy and pasting that fake handoff. And
Control-C, Control-V.
Sometimes you're going to get the announcer, too, because I was a little bit slower on that one. 51-0. That extra point is good. It's a good thing it's already running clock, because if I'm Desert Vista, now I'm just going down a hole.
Hey, guys, it's getting cold out here, and we're getting cold up here. That's all we know. It's kind of...
Yeah, it's getting really cold, and, man, oh, my gosh. It's getting scary.
It's October, though. It's about to be that scary time. What are you going to dress up for Halloween?
Oh, I was just about to ask you the same thing. I'm in a little bit of a predicament, because I'm dressing up as Morty no matter what. It's just whether or not I find my Rick. And so, from the show Rick and Morty, traveling galaxies, the coolest teenager in the world. I know I'm dressing up a little bit lower than what my age is before. 21 years old when I'm dressing up as a high school teenager.
Hey, sometimes you got to look young. Sometimes you got to feel young.
Uh-huh.
That's a great show. And we've got a great showing from the Broncos tonight. Whether it's been offense, defense, special teams, we can keep saying it on and on and on. But you can keep saying it, because it's just been that kind of performance. But if you were wondering, I'm going as Jesse from Breaking Bad.
Oh, do you have a Walter White with you?
No, but I got a Jane with me.
Oh, I didn't know your game like that, Blair. Now, it's almost like these Brophy Prep Broncos. It's like a Taylor Swift song. She's singing about the same thing over and over again about these different men and breaking her heart. And, that was actually a bad bar. But, the Broncos are doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, you could say it's a love story for the Broncos so far, if we're on the topic of Taylor Swift. Just absolutely lovable football from this team, because I'm loving what I've been seeing from the offense. And I can't wait to see what this defense does after not having to see the field so far after getting 3 and out real quick. Oh, what a tackle.
And Hansen guns out a pass to number 15. That's going to be Isaac Price, their leader in yards per game, receiving yards. And that is going to be 2nd and 7. Under 6 to go in this third quarter. Man, it's moving quick.
It is moving quick.
And another attempt. That might be a little bit short of a first down. That was, Isaac Price once again just barreling down. And that's going to be 3rd and short. This is going to be their best chance at a first down this third quarter.
Oh, and he got blown up by number 90, but he still gets pushed. Late penalty flag, another penalty flag.
Once again.
This time I'm looking for the penalty flags in this second half, because with how these referees have been throwing them, it's like they're rolling dice because they're keeping it so low.
And 5:17 left to go. We're going to see what this flag is.
It looks like it's going to be holding on the offense. But before this holding penalty, I was going to say, what I was looking for Desert Vista. Getting shorter down in distances. Finally, we had a 3rd and 1, and it was efficient. That's what I'm looking for from this Desert Vista offense. Now, holding penalty, you're going to get put behind the chains, make it 3rd and 11. Make it 3rd and 6. Some of these penalties are throwing me off. I feel like it should be 10 yards, it should be 5 yards. I don't know.
So like I said, it's there's a new update. I guess we didn't didn't download it yet.
Someone send us the rule book.
4:30 left to go in this one. 51-0. A little bit of a goose egg there in the Desert Vista, section. And Hansen dancing and prancing up the line, and that's going to be 4th and short, or he might have got the first down there. I'm not too sure.
I think he was a little short. Tried to do the little fake pitch, but there was no one to pitch to.
Mm-hmm.
But, we haven't seen Hansen use his legs too much tonight. And we haven't really seen a lot of connections with the receivers tonight. But right here, try to get the first down, keep this drive going.
4th and 4.
Pressure coming, man.
And he
my goodness.
grabs it. Wow, Isaac Price had a defender on him, and he caught it nonetheless. Great grab there, and an even better throw.
Man, I know James Pike for Brophy is a little upset with himself. He had read that play like a book. He had jumped that slant, kind of saw it coming, but just overplayed a little bit, got underneath it. First down for the Thunder.
Yeah, Pike has been the man when it comes to interceptions for Brophy Prep. As we see
man.
Price get another catch, but drop to the 4 quickly. That was 27-0 combo, Pike and Jackson Wheeler.
I didn't know you knew my phone password.
It was that simple?
27-0.
Oh, man. He should not have told me that. I'm not the guy to be trusted with phone passwords. 3:04 remaining in this third quarter. The clock is ticking with this moving clock, and Desert Vista is having their best offensive output yet as they get another first down there on the run.
It's not quite laundry day yet, but Kevin Jackson, junior running back, had a couple spin cycles right there and proceeded to pick up the first down. Now, where was this in the first half? You're running the ball effectively. Now, they might have been Brophy might be calling the dogs off a little bit with this 51-point lead, but this is what we expected more of for Desert Vista, running the ball, keeping the ball on the ground and taking the pressure off Hansen and letting him use that arm talent on the quick throws, but not what we've seen tonight.
Totally. I think their array of choices that they're using in their arsenal has been more diverse in this third quarter. It could be the dogs in their cage, but I think they're just doing a better job finding holes to an extent. But at the same time, if you're Brophy Prep, a shutout is always good on the resume,
absolutely.
And I know their coach is not going to let them let out.
No, this is a staple. You shut out Notre Dame Prep 40-0 a couple weeks ago. You're looking to start off conference play with a shutout. And right now we got about 3rd and 10 after they were all over that run right there. And we might not see this 4th down before the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, it's a 1:34 left, and before we even get the center down snap to the ball, it could be over, and we flip to the other side heading to the 4th. But we're going to see it. Actually, we're going to
a little bit of tempo from Desert Vista.
Speed it up. 3rd and 10. I mean, they are in field goal range, so points could be on the board. But let's see what happens. Hansen squats down and gets it. And he is just swallowed up.
Ball comes loose at the end.
I didn't know Broncos have an appetite for thunder because they ate that play up.
Oh, they've been looking for the 5-course meal all night, and he was looking on a serving platter right there. But just right there, man, you finally get into field goal range. You think the offense is clicking. You had a penalty to move you even closer. Taking a sack on 3rd down. Don't even get the chance to go for it on 4th as they'll line up for this field goal.
And you just made it tougher for yourself, right? And you're like, okay, we can make this field goal. I mean, this definitely is still within range. But if I'm the kicker, I'm thinking to my quarterback, what the heck, man? I had myself a 20-footer. Now I'm up right here at the 30.
Ooh, number 37, Jonas. Oh, Snow is holding it. Number 42, Marshall Carpenter crafts that one for a 3-point field goal.
And that is the first points on the board for the Thunder. 51-3, Broncos lead.
Little low kick right there. I would say it was to go against the wind, but the wind's actually helping them. So you want to kick that one a little higher to get a little extra juice. But nonetheless, finally broke the 0 on the scoreboard. CP3 hits the 3 to cut it to 48.
Is this the dagger? Man, yeah. I mean, what we just said, that was their best showcase on offense this whole game.
Absolutely.
Running, throwing, they just showed a lot of grit. And
even the penalty, the on-schedule penalty flag to move them up a little bit.
They got a little taste of their own medicine, right? They got a little help from the Zebras there. But there you go. We just wish that they could have. But this is something they could build on, right?
Absolutely.
This is something you film. Look what we did right. Why didn't we do this more? What can we do after this?
Because at the end of the day, in the film session, when you haven't had a lot of success on offense, what are you looking at?
Yeah.
This is a drive you can go back and look at, say, hey, what did we do well here? Like you were saying, what did we do well here? Why did this drive go well?
Yeah.
And it was running the ball. Simple game. Sometimes I felt like they were a little pass happy to start off this game, trying to air the ball out. And honestly, when you hit that big play to start off the game, you probably had a little juice in the passing game. But the consistency wasn't there all night. And right now, end of the 4th quarter, 51-3. Should we go to a break?
I think we're going to take a quick break here. 51-3, Broncos lead the Desert Vista Thunder. Don't go anywhere. More later.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Welcome back to the 4th quarter of action here in Phoenix, Arizona at Thunder Stadium, where the Brophy Prep Broncos receive for the first play of the quarter. And we have some backyard football as that is number 9, Ryder Noche gets to the 30 right there.
See, I thought Camarada should have kept that one, even though he was looking to do the little fake right there. I think they were kind of anticipating it. And he might have had some daylight once he got around that edge. Now, of course, it's hard to see that because they saw the ball get handed off. But just from the play-by-play guy's perspective, I thought there was a little green.
We have this bird's eye view, so we get to see it from almost a 2K perspective. But 51-3, Broncos lead. 11 minutes already to go due to the running clock here in this game on Friday Night Lights. The Brophy Prep Broncos have nothing but a mountain of points to add on to, and there's not much more they can prove here tonight, but to just test out some more things moving into conference play.
Hey, sometimes there might be a play you do want to work on tonight, whether it might be a screen pass or just some trickery that you don't want to completely put on film, but you want to get it worked on in game to see if it might work. Yeah. It's a copycat league. Sometimes you got to copy some other guys.
Yeah. And what more better usage of getting reps for Humphrey than now? I mean, this could totally just be his quarter if the Broncos want it to be. And later or not in this year, we're going to see the double quarterback usage once again. And I'm very excited to see how that works out for them.
Absolutely. Some people say when you have 2 quarterbacks, you don't have any quarterbacks. But for Brophy's case, they actually have two guys that could be starting on any program in this state and playing at a high level and taking them to a high level, because that's how good both of these guys are. As Humphrey just hits a strike there on the sideline. The band's been kind of quiet the last couple quarters, and all of a sudden, it's 51-3, and they're getting back into it.
This is the type of stuff I listen to on the weekends, you know what I'm saying? Stefano Wood right there caught the pass right there from Humphrey, and sticks are already moving here in the fourth. And
you know, there's a reason why this band has won 9 national titles. I was watching them perform halftime and before the game. You can tell how much they really get into it.
Oh, man, that's where you can appreciate a program that just loves their craft, and they are very talented. What they do, as that play gets stuffed, shot down there by the Thunder. One of their best defensive plays of the night. It is going to be 2nd and 10.
You know, it's never a good sign when you're saying one of their best defensive plays of the night is a 2-yard run. But with the offensive display we've seen from the Broncos, there hasn't been a lot of defensive highlights for the Thunder, and I'm not shocked by that.
Yeah, man, when we have this big of a lead, it's hard. He's a little play on words there. He's a cheeky guy. As Humphrey hands it off. I believe that's Harrison. Please, my eyes.
I think that was Chambers.
Harrison Chambers.
Oh,
yeah.
my bad.
And 6 and 5 look almost identical. I'm just making excuses up here.
No, you're actually not, guys. If you look at the 6 and the 5 from our distance, they can look kind of similar. That 5 looks like it kind of attaches on us. It curves hard. It really does.
Curves hard, man. Okay, 8:23 left in this ball game. 51-3.
Ooh, tried to get him off sides, and he did, but couldn't get the ball off to get that free play.
Yep, man.
You know, something I've noticed in this game that you would think you would see in every football game, but the play clock is actually working. I feel like a lot of these games that I work, the play clock doesn't move a lot of the time. So I'm sitting here up in the booth wondering, is there going to be a delay of game, or do they even call delay of game? Because how can you know when the play clock's not working?
Yeah, I mean, that's just a testament to the awesome field that Desert Vista has provided for their athletes. It is truly spectacular. From the views, from the bleachers, to the quality of equipment that's on the field. Truly a quality program.
And if you want to get a little God in, there's a church right across the way, too.
Oh, yes, sir. Right. We were looking up earlier. It's about 10, 20 yards away. And, man, I love this band. Can't get enough of it.
I think this is the first time we've seen Brophy punt, and it's blocked! And they're
oh,
gonna
my
score!
gosh!
They're going to score! Oh, my goodness!
The Desert Vista Thunder have made it to the end zone.
You know, you're looking for something to build on after a performance like this. It's 51-3, now it's 51-9, and that's the kind of play that can maybe bring some juice back to your program. You're coming down maybe 1-6 after this game, and now that's 2 back-to-back plays, 2 back-to-back drives where you're kind of happy about what your team's doing.
Our man, Armando Dominguez, the junior linebacker, got himself some feet in the end zone, and that is going to be 51-9. Totally some great infrastructure to build a program.
Hey, you know, it's homecoming night here at Desert Vista, and you could feel the energy in these stands after that play. It might be 51-10 right now, or 51-9, depending on how this PAT goes. But you could feel the energy come back in this stadium. And it's great to see fans still staying out here, even in a game that has been out of reach for quite a while now.
Definitely, Cooper. And just as the extra point goes, Desert Vista, from not looking to get any points, have made it to double digits here tonight. A great turnaround. Already their second half has been 10 times better than what it was in the first.
And 10 times better indeed, because they had 0 points and now they have 10.
So it just works out mathematically, right? And not even metaphorically. As the Broncos now prepare to get the ball again, as they just gave it away.
If I was the Broncos right here, this is the kind of drive you want to take a lot of clock off. We'll get out of this game. You know what I've seen in these kind of blowout kind of games is that guys get hurt. You know, you're not playing to that kind of physical nature that you're playing. You kind of take some plays off. Not taking plays off, but you don't have that same intensity that you did right at the start of kickoff when you were juiced up. So you don't want to see anyone get hurt right now because both of these guys, great programs. You never want to see someone get down on the field.
And when a body's playing in an unfamiliar tempo, it definitely opens the door for any type of freak injuries that happen. And that's definitely not what they want. So,
that's a great point. This is one of the coldest games, if not the coldest game I've worked this season. It's been hot here in Arizona, seeing triple digits basically since I don't even remember because it gets so hot you kind of get fuzzy in the mind a little bit. But that being said, I'm going to remember tonight because it was chilly. And it's been a great performance by the Broncos. Love seeing what I've seen from CVB. Some top players who are going to be playing on Saturdays sooner or later.
They are just such a fun team to watch as number 85 right there, Donovan McNabb. Got a little bit of an action on the kick return and got it to the 30.
Do you think he was named after Donovan McNabb?
Who's Donovan McNabb?
Eagles quarterback. Way back in the day.
I couldn't tell you. Maybe. That's a crazy pull. But I respect it. My man knows ball.
Hey, it's just that time of year, man. Football season, I love it.
Yep.
Finally getting to that football temperatures, though. I don't like seeing football at 100 degrees. It's hot out. It's too hot out. And this is fall football, Friday night lights, just the vibes. They're immaculate. To say the least.
Totally, especially when you have that offensive output that the Broncos have put up. It's just, nothing's better than it.
Little screen pass right here, and he's got blockers.
Alex?
Oh, and oh my goodness. I did not think he was going to get a first down, much less 15 yards on that. What a run.
Alex Buggy got that right there and took off with it. First little play of the game from him, and he was able to make the most out of it.
Looking like Bucky Irvin for the Buccaneers.
Now we're just going to my fantasy team.
I had to trade him this week.
No.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Tragic loss.
For
the Cooper Killers.
But big time gain for Bucky on this play right here.
Yep. And
would have been about 2.8 fantasy points.
5 minutes left in this one. I would draft CVB in my fantasy team first overall, as he plays like Josh Allen right there.
He kind of plays like Cam Newton a little bit. That physicality. He's not as big as Cam, but he plays like he's as big as Cam. He's not afraid to lower that shoulder, and he's just a strong dude. You can just tell that the weight room is not something he skips. I bet he benches more than me.
He doesn't skip like that. Definitely. That's actually a fact because we've seen him on those 2-point conversions. I think that's been one of the most interesting display of skill. We have a player down.
Do we? Oh yeah, we do.
Right there in midfield, and just like you said earlier, it's just these type of games with the blowouts where it just opens the door for unnecessary injuries to players.
And it's like I was saying, it's just the intensity. You're not playing at the same level that you were playing at in the first quarter. You don't have that juice, and you don't want to see a player go down. You're wanting to get out of here clean, not too hurt. And when you're playing a team like Brophy, I was talking about it earlier, the physicality has just been on another level tonight. You could tell that bye week has been big, and that was actually 85. That was Bucky, I think.
Yeah. That is going to be McNabb.
Oh.
Who got the front end of the stick on that one. And just this not game type tempo definitely led to that one. And he's going to be heading to the sideline, had some help, but hopefully he's going to be fine. 4:41 left in this one, 51-10. The over would have hit.
Oh, big time. And the point spread.
But
that being said, though, this is actually kind of turning out to be a really pleasant night. The winds died down. I feel like I'm actually feeling a little bit warmer than I was at halftime. And just a beautiful night in Arizona. This is why you live in Arizona right here. You kind of regret living in Arizona for the last 3 months, but now you're like, you get that deep breath, and you're just like, oh, it's just crisp. Love it out here, man.
I'm new to the state, California native. I'm part of the California migrationists moving over to the great state of Arizona, and I love it, man. It's been one of the best times I've ever had. Been here for 2 years. Been through one summer. thugged it out through one summer, and now, like you said, this is what we've all been waiting for. This is the time that's worth it. Christmas in Arizona is very sick.
Oh yeah,
That time around.
Just this time, man. Then you get coming on the new year, you get the waste management in February, and that just kind of sets off the golf season, just sets off really the spring, if you ask me.
Do you think the waste management is going to be as historic as it was last year?
I heard some stories about last year about the fake tickets and how a lot of people were able to get in just based off there was like an extra 10,000 people. So I think they'll be a little bit higher on security this time around, but it can get rowdy on Saturday.
And that is going to be number 26, Gavin McGuire. What a name, first of all. And what a drive. He got that for about 5 or something yards, and he's just short of the first down. About 3:50 left in this one. We have some fans slowly trickling out, but still, this team loves their football, and they are showing out here in Phoenix, Arizona.
Hey, man, if you were to see this parking lot right now, there's really not any open spots. Just a really great capacity crowd. Not capacity, but a great crowd for homecoming. You want to see the support. Even in a squad that's been kind of struggling this year, you love to see the culture on a team.
Definitely. And that's something that they can also build on is that culture and winningness here at Desert Vista.
I'll tell you one thing that has culture. This band to the right of us, man. When you win that many national championships, you're like Nick Saban, Bill Belichick.
This is what history books are written, right? You know, there's the George Washingtons of presidents. There is the Hell's Kitchen of cooking shows. And there is the Desert Vista bands of greatest bands of all time.
Absolutely. Kiss, AC/DC, Desert Vista.
The Thunder.
Thunder! Oh. We didn't get Thunderstruck tonight. They actually have some AC/DC themed merchandise on this Desert Vista sideline. And we didn't get Thunderstruck tonight. And that's kind of crazy because this is the Thunder Stadium.
Yeah. And maybe hopefully that on the way out we can maybe swipe a quick AC/DC shirt. I'm hoping to snag one. Looks pretty cool.
That'd be kind of sick.
And there's now 2:20. Time is slowly trickling down. And now I guess looking forward here for teams, they both have different trajectories of where their seasons are going to go. Like we said, flipped records. The Brophy Prep Broncos have a real shot of doing something special this year, I think, in competing for a championship.
Hey, when you're ranked 92 in the nation, that just says a lot about what kind of program you're running right now. Number 4 in the state ranked right now. 3-0, about to be 4-0 on the road. When you have that kind of resilience on the road, going to a different place, going to another hostile environment, it doesn't matter what your football team does. When you got that kind of physicality, both in the run game, trenches, defensive line, you can go toe-to-toe with anyone. It doesn't matter where you're at.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we've talked a lot about the Bronco offense, but that Bronco defense, like you said, the physicality, holding a team to 10 points, holding one of your rivals in Notre Dame Prep to 0 points, it's got to be applauded, and that's why they're so good.
Absolutely.
It's not just their effective and electric offensive output. It's their hard-nosed, grit and grind defense. And 108 as we are now approaching under a minute.
It might not be the sportsman-like thing to do, but I think they should go for this right here. You only got a minute left. You punt it away. You're just going to get more guys on the field, more substitutions, more chance at injury, if you ask me. You get this first down, you put the game away, and we wrap it up in a present go home.
I couldn't agree more. And
I think
what they decide to do.
The Brophy head coach might be agreeing with me as well. It looks like that offense is staying out on the field, or they're just chewing this play clock. Either way, there's going to be only 30 seconds left in this ball game once this play clock expires.
As the play clock goes out, and that's 0, so that's going to be a delay of game.
And the clock's just going to run.
The clock
ball game.
And that is going to be the ball game here tonight on Friday Night Lights here at Thunder Stadium in Phoenix, Arizona. The Brophy Prep Broncos advance to 6-1. The Desert Vista Thunder fall to 1-6. Cooper, last thoughts about this one?
You know, one thing that I see at the end of games, especially ones like this, there's some chippiness, there's some not great sportsmanship, and I'm liking the respect that I'm seeing from both of these programs. Well coached, well organized. great cultures, great homecoming night for Desert Vista, except for the result on the football field. Love the energy from the band. Love what I saw from both quarterbacks tonight from the Broncos. My notes are flying everywhere. I was getting a little comfortable thinking this game was over, but now that it is, absolutely love for this performance from the Broncos. 6-1. Watch out for them come playoff time.
Most definitely. I mean, like you said, it was just a wonderful night here with homecoming, denim night. Can't get enough of it.
I just want everyone to know I'm not wearing denim.
It had to be said. I thought it was hilarious, but I am also corny. So, my man is not wearing denim. I wish. But nonetheless, it is denim night. That was not a lie. And, just a great culture here in this part of Phoenix, and really a really nice area for football. And the Brophy Prep Broncos are going to gallop away with this one, heading back to their sideline.
Broncos are 2-0 this week.
They're up, man. The horses are rolling. And now we are going to be done with this one, folks. Thank you so much for listening and always tuning in to Friday Night Lights. We're going to have more coming up on Saturday and next Friday, as always, for Varsity Sports. I am Quentin Presley, here for Cooper Holman. And have a good night.
Ba, 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 ba.